Oh, it's Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. You see the screen there. I didn't come up with the fancy music yet. I'm going to learn how to play the flute. I think I'm going to be a flute player. Hey guys, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. I'm going to have myself a beverage while we start tonight's fun-filled award-winning show. I've been editing and drawing and scribbling and scratching all the shit. Got it all down, written down, cross-referenced, re-referenced, referenced around and around. I know what you're thinking. What are you thinking? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What are we thinking? I got that beautiful logo, that Pioneer logo. The word Pioneer means never quit, never stop, and don't bitch. Think that should be the logo? I think that should be like my slogan. All right, we've been on for a minute, so there will be people on. Let's just switch over to my fugly looking little face here this evening. Let's see if we got any kidlets on. Remember, if you've tuned in, well, you're great. And if you haven't tuned in, well, you're even better. Again, the doctor said if I drank beer, I'd be a lot healthier person. I think they're full of shit, to be quite honest. They actually didn't tell me to drink beer. But I'm just deciding to try a dab for tonight. And if you want to sit here, Ricky, you can.
No, I'll wait.
You want to wait? Okie doke. Oh, I'm itching my legs. Oh, put the logo back up. Yeah, I agree, man. Now, I'm going to be showing the birds going back, going forth, going back, going around, and blah, 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 blah. Questions, comments, complaints. Guys, remember, we don't pay out till November the 22nd, and there's reasons for everything that we do. And if you kind of want to know, well, why in the world don't you pay out right away? Well, in case my mathematical skills aren't up to par, I can't afford to pay people once. Some would say I can't even afford to pay people at all. So we sure as hell don't want to make too many mistakes. But I don't have the master breeder tonight because, hey, was what it is and it is what it was. That might be on tomorrow night's show. Tonight's a new show. But we're going to look at it anyways. Oh, I know the three master breeders. I do know who they are. But anyways, we're going to get to this. Jason Mihalik. Jason, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. David Tracy, Brian Mansker, Michael Peevler. Guys, you guys got to find more pigeon friends out there. Come on. That's your jobs here. So we're going to get to tonight the winners. And again, if you want to talk winners, let me know. If you are going to let your winner go or you don't want to bring your bird back, please let us know and we will auction it off. Again, auction splits are 50-50. Normally our auction fees are 40-60, but since this is the Pioneer and we worked with the birds a little extra, we got to get just a little bit more. So it's a 50-50 split, guys. We don't hide nothing. We just tell it to you straight as it is. By the way, wherever you're watching from, you look tremendous. Not quite as good as me, but you are looking good. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy those pigeons. And remember, if your pigeons aren't just nibbling on your shoelaces when you go into that loft or sitting up on your shoulder or coming to you and saying, hey, what's going on? You just got them a little too much feed in them. So, shall we start looking at the winners? What do you guys think? I know you guys have already been creeping out on the line to look, but you guys have already looked the posts and what have you, so it's not going to be nothing crazy. Let me get a little dabba-dabba-doo into me. I wonder if like Fred Flintstone with Yabba-Dabba-Doo, this is like related to that kind of beer, like Flintstone beer. I don't know. Okay, so now I got to figure out how to work all this. And remember, guys, I'm going to be looking down and looking at the camera and talking and doing the whole thing. Remember, you know that guy that you see in Vegas? He's got the clarinet. He's got the drums. He's got the beat thing and he's doing and he's dancing. and he's clapping, he's doing it all. That's what we're doing here. Let's do this. All right, Tracy, you said it. As a cheer captain, the bitch of the year, Tracy, congratulations. Okay, let's see. Let's hope I didn't do this wrong. All right. Do we want to look at average speed or points first? I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm thinking let's start off with the champion points. Everyone likes a bird that can collect a lot of points. Again, this was points off of 13 races. The points were given 300 counting backwards. So we're going to look at issue champion points. We're going to go bird by bird. Again, if you guys have any questions, please put it in. In 13th place, and hopefully I'm going to do this right. In 13th place, into champion points, Mr. Slater. Mr. Slater, bred by Wonder Bred Loft. Beautiful slate. From what I gathered, it was down from the Ross Vaquero bloodlines. And this bird is going to be a bird that's going to be up for sale at the Pioneer auction. So this bird is going to be available. Again, I am not a big fan of slates, guys. But so when a slate does do this, what this one did, excellent. I always hear slates are good for breeding. This pigeon's got a super eye. It's a $250 High Point winner. Had some good positions in there. Hey, guys, we took in 350 pigeons. Hell, let's not bullshit, man. We had some replacements. If Pioneer was here, if Premier was here, he'd say we had 400 birds. 400 birds went through the loft. Some died of sickness, some died of training, and some went all the way through. This was the 12th best pigeon, wrapping up the points in the 12th spot, Mr. Slater from Wonder Bred Loft. Guys, if you could please do me a favor, give Wonder Bred a round of applause. I'm going to get to the questions here in a second. Maybe I'll do every 3 birds. In 11th spot, from Lizitano Lofts, Black Panther. Guys, beautiful black pigeon. This was a nice one. Flew in Loft Manager Richard's loft. Mr. Slater flew in Richard's loft. And you see the little emblem up at the top. It's underneath the 11th. It's got the blue logo. That means Loft Manager Richard flew the pigeon. Good pigeon. Really consistent pigeon. Had some wins in there. Earned some more money. Again, guys, the money that you're seeing here is just for the champion points. So remember that. Black Panther, beautiful pigeon, gorgeous eye, good feather quality, not a big pigeon. Both these last 2 pigeons you've seen were not big pigeons. Both of them are hens. Let's move to the comments. Let's see what we got. Oh, I can have the comments as I go. No, I can't. Who don't love points? Yeah, I love points. Just checking the comments. We're going to keep moving along. Okay, next bird up. In 10 spots, Blue Buffalo, bred by Upper Canada Loft. That's Derek Tavares. This is a cockbird. He is, even Derek says, he's not the most beautiful looking cock. Again, a smaller cockbird, nice body to him, a real wild looking eye, but he's very well balanced. Very consistent pigeon. Remember, guys, this point system came from not only the 2-mile hotspot all the way up to 318. That's 13 times from 2 miles to 318 that these birds had to earn points. And this is your 10th best pigeon. Round of applause for Upper Canada Loft. I mean, really a great job. Derek Tavares every year finds his way to get in. Let me get back to the comments, see if we got any here. What's up, Will? Hey, Ryan, how are you? I'm going to come back on. So we've looked at the 12th, 11th, and 10th place pigeons in High Point. Hopefully you guys like the photos. What do you guys think of the photos? You like how we did them? Please put your comments in. Remember, this show works best when you communicate. If you're just going to sit there and drink and not type, well, that's no fun. I am not a racer, and I don't understand how points are assigned. Can you explain? Okay, so, Rondell, very simple. Each race, for this season, we did, the first bird the clock got 300 points. The second bird to clock, it's 299. The third bird to clock, and it counts down, okay, until there's no more points. Now, we only, going to the first race, I think we had, we started with 300 points. That was our point. That was the top point. So any first bird clock would get 300, second 299, and it keeps chopping down till the bottom. So that's how points were earned. There was 13 races that you could earn points, from 2 miles to 318 miles. So that's basically how the points work, okay? Let's move on and keep looking at the points. Again, guys, if you have questions, now is your time to put them in. If you don't, you don't. So we did 10, 9, 8. Here we go in 9th spot, champion points. Henry Ratter. This is Baloney. She's a beautiful small hen, winning very consistent pigeon. You're going to see this pigeon in the average speed as well. Very nice hen. I expected a little more out of her, but I think if she'd have had another race or two, she would have started to turn on more. Her sexuality really started to come on in the last 2 weeks. I think that helped her in the end, but you can see what a beautiful, tight, small hen. This pigeon is also going to be available. So if you guys are wondering, hey, can I buy these pigeons? Absolutely. At the Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions, we always open up our auction season with the Pioneer One Loft birds, and we've got a hell of a lineup for you this year. We've got some really, really, really good birds. You see already we've got, I believe it's three or four birds that are going to be up. So congratulations to Henry Ratter. Well, actually, Shelly Ratter. It's his wife. It's the Ratter family. This bird was flying on Team Flying Bitches, but congratulations to the Ratter family. Good job. Moving in at number 9 is Dynamite from JK Lost. JK's participated every year. Again, another small pigeon, hen, not a big pigeon, buoyancy, nice, tight. Could earn the points. Was there, did all the races. Good looking pigeon. This pigeon won't be available. I believe JK is going to be picking this pigeon up. But hey, there's still more to come. So there you see your 9th place pigeon. Let's move to 8th. I'm hoping that was averages. I'm thinking I'm in averages. I can't see the screen here. Ziva. Yeah, Ziva's in points there, yeah. Here is Ziva from Guido Madrusin, Pigeon Empire. This was Guido. I think this was his best bird in 3 years that he's participated here. I know he had birds like Recycle that won some money last year for Ken Lavoie, but I think overall, this is the best of the best of the best right here. And guys, I'm sorry here if I was talking points. I set it up different. So this is the average speed. So these are the average speed birds. My apologies again. I got a lot of birds rolling around, so sometimes it screws it up. So we're looking at these are the average speed birds. So everything that you see was on average. There you go. Let me go to the comments. Not my cup of tea here tonight. How do I get the comments back? Hey. The first of the ladders, yes. Tracy, yes. Pictures look outstanding, yes. Great job on the photos. Thank you. So, guys, that was my apologies there. I believe that's average speed we're looking at. I might have screwed this up. Again, I'm looking on a cell phone. I got a big screen looking down. Oh, well. Let's keep rolling. Let me get rid of the comments, and we keep going from here. So we did Ziva. Next one up, 6th in the average speed is Maddie from Erie Shores Flyers. I'm glad that you like the photos. Erie Shores Flyers, that is Ken Lavoie. Hey, this was one of the ones that had the soap on the wings. They all had soap on the wings, but this one did it. Good job, Ken. No hard feelings there. Maddie, bred by Bill Wema for Ken Lavoie. And turned out to be a hell of a pigeon. Again, small hen. That was one of the most nicest muscular hens of the year. I raced the bird, did very, very well. Let's go to 5th in the averages. Angel, Diamond Dave Racing. Another donation bird. This was a replacement bird. Kristen Marshman donated this pigeon. Fun fact, this pigeon here finished not only in the, like Baloney, in the, Texas Mac, Baloney, and Angel and Absolute Pepsi are some of the only birds that did it in both points and in averages. Again, we're looking at the average speed. I screwed it up right from the beginning. So this is Angel. Good pigeon. Bloodlines on this one. This one's not going to be up, but the bloodlines on this are all from P&D Stud. Again, a sprint loft with a lot of sprint pigeons, but this bird had what it take to go the distance. Moving along to number 4, Mondana Mama from Morgan Tavares, our youngest competitor. Morgan, this is her second year, I think second or third year. I think this is her second year. Second. Yeah, this is her second year participating. A beautiful hen as well. Very, very nice pigeon. Strong, beautiful eye, balanced. All these pigeons were very balanced. Not too many deep ones. Let's move on to the 3rd place pigeon. 3rd place in the average speed. Here's one for you guys. Absolute Pepsi from the London guys. A cockbird. He looked a little hennier. He started to come on at the end. He was paired up to Baloney from the Flying Bitches there, Henry Ratter or Sherry Ratter. So they were a pair. This bird might be available, and I'm hoping that it is, because I think this is going to be the heaviest bird of the auction. I think it's a super bird. If it can do it in points and in average, that means very, very consistent. Let's move on to number 2. This bird was bred by loft manager Richard, and it was a bird that was that was drawn as a replacement. Kama Sutra Korkwaki, I don't know how you pronounce this name, for Team Gagork and Van Troba. So their raffle replacement turned out to help them out, get them a little further into some more prize earnings, which is great. This is a great pigeon. This pigeon is not going to go up for sale, this one. I think Ricky said he is going to breed out of it and go from there, which that's fine. It's understandable. And 1st place in the average speed, Ian Sybil, Laguna. This family, the same pair, 3 years in a row, either 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, all 3 years in average speed. He's been there in points every year. This pigeon is going to be available. That is right. And you will see the pedigree on it. You will see the wins in this family. Guys, I'm not bullshitting you. This is a super pigeon. And the best part about this cockbird, this pigeon, is it's a cock. So I just wanted to make sure that I got everything right. And again, I wanted to go make sure that I was right on this. You know what I did? I screwed the whole thing up when I did this. I did them right, but the screen moved. That's why I screwed up the points. Okay, man. Well, that was fun. This is why you don't work this program off a cell phone. So what should we do? Should we restart it? She jumped on me. The screen jumped. Beautiful pictures. Good. If I get my hands on birds, I will be there next year. Huh? Well, you can always have birds in our race. No problem. Just let us know. We can have somebody breed for you. We also always have a young bird auction at the beginning of the year so people can put birds in. So I screwed that up. Should have just stuck to the way I was doing it, but I screwed her up. Where am I going from here now? We're still looking here at champion average speed. 12th spot. I did the first 5 in points and then I reversed. So you know what? I don't give 2 shits really. I'm going to tell you how it is. And guess what? You guys looked at this shit all online. I'm only a regular trip down fall over. And tonight you're getting my absolute trip down fall over best. So fuck it, as I say. 12th spot, Sex on the Beach. You know him as Ant Bar Loft. This guy. Oh, no, it wasn't Ant Bar. It was bred by Ant Bar for Grant Wilson out of Australia. So the Australian did it. Good job. Let's look at 11. One of the very best pigeons, Big Mac from Jones Family Lofts. Yeah, it says 11th, 4,000. I didn't do the pictures. You know what? I'm not going to do any more of the photos because I got to go re-over them. Triple quad check them because I need a cigarette. Anyways. So guys, let's talk pigeons. Whatever you guys want to talk, let me know. I'm not going to post up any more photos. I got to go back over them again. Because there's photos, I guess, that are or I've loaded them wrong or something. So I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Because a bird that finished 11th didn't win $4,000 on the average. So I got to make sure that I got, see, and this is why you don't pay out for 30 days. This is a quiet crowd. Guys, you're this quiet. I'm just not going to go on. Boring. This bores me. So come on, guys. Wake up here. Wake up and smell the, what do we say, the sunshines and rainbows. How am I feeling? How am I feeling? I'm feeling pretty good, to be honest. I made a great cheeseburger soup. I still got to get Heather Green the recipe. It was good. It could have been a bit thicker tonight, but it is good with French fries. Lucky you're not on last night. Might have been right. Well, if I'd have been on, I couldn't have got on last night because we didn't have the internet to get on last night. Well, that's what we call it. Will Big Mac be in the auction? I'm not sure what Jones Family Lofts wants to do. Again, as we say, we have been in talks. Hopefully, he's going to be there. Heather Green, I have to send you the recipe, which I am going to, for the cheeseburger soup. It's very, very good. Grab another beer and don't worry about it. Yeah, grab more. I know. It's just, the problem is, guys, I got to use this little shitbox machine to look. And the pictures are so small that I got to hit the right buttons. And if I don't, then it gets cocked up. So you must have Buffalo Internet. Sucks. Yeah, Buffalo Internet. No, we're on Bloomington Ridge, man. But we're still going to set up for next season and what we're going to do. We're thinking about extending the intake date. And I think we're going to post everything that we're going to do up at once. So all the little competitions for you guys to enter in. We're going to have that all up front so you can buy in when you drop your birds off or whatever the hell you want to do. That way people aren't like missing out or saying, oh, I didn't know this was coming or whatever you want to call it. We all screw up. Don't worry, be happy. Not sure. The spelling, yeah. You're a good speller, Rondell. Where's the iPad? Well, I'm using the iPad to film, and I got my phone to run it. So I'm using 2 cameras already. I guess I got to get a third one, a bigger one. But I don't have that. I'll pull up another bird. Let's look at a bird that I liked. I liked them all, but I want to make sure everybody gets on there. Heavenly Splash. Again, I can't see if it says points or average on there, but Heavenly Splash was from Dekine Lofts. I believe he was a point pigeon. 7th. Again, if you look at the pictures online, you'll see they're correct. Another pigeon that was real good for the Jones family lofts in points was Texas Back. She was a super hen. I like this pigeon as well. Another great pigeon. Gone to the owner. Bert, I Am Legend. I'd have liked to sold that pigeon. I think that was a good one. But Bert didn't want to let him go, and that's understandable. A pigeon that will be for sale. 3rd champion points. Bred by loft manager Richard for Boss Babe Lofts Fergie. So this bird's going to be for sale. It's out of the German imports. Again, guys, 2nd champion points is Absolute Pepsi. So the bird was 3rd in average. The bird was 3rd in average. 3rd, and I think this is going to be the highest bird earning. 3rd in average, 3rd in points, and once I get the master breeder, I think this is a top 3 pigeon as well. So there you see an average speed. He was 3rd in the average, and he was 2nd in the points. Right there, that's an ultimate pigeon. And we are in discussions with the London guys. Maybe this bird's going to be available. You're going to have to wait. And for you guys wondering, hell, who was the champion point pigeon? Right out of Texas, Jones family lofts. This is out of apparently his best breeding cock of all times. He says that this bird goes up for auction. He feels this is a $7,000 pigeon. Could he be right? He's wrong. 7's still too low for a pigeon like that. A pigeon that can literally beat the 10th place pigeon by over 300 points. And this pigeon was 11th in the average speed. Okay? He's a super. Same with Absolute Pepsi. This is another $5,000 to $8,000 pigeon, in my opinion. Okay? These 2 pigeons alone here, back to back, if we move them, take a look. Move them quick. They're both excellent pigeons. Super. Real good. And consistent. Another pigeon in this group of pigeons I think is a good one is this pigeon Baloney. It was 9th in points and 9th in average, I believe. Good pigeon. You can buy that pigeon. Another pigeon, the biggest pigeon in the race, 8th in the average, 8th in the champion points, Full Throttle. Big pigeon, big strong cockbird, and not big in a bad way. He's a larger cock in the group, but it's nice to see some cockbirds. We've seen the Heavenly Splash. We've seen Blue Buffalo. What other pigeons did I want to show you guys? Nope. Ziva's not here. Oh, Sex on the Beach is going to be available. The 12th average speed pigeon. And I'm happy for Grant Wilson, and good job for Troy breeding it. Let's go back and see all the compliments, complaints, and everything. We're all having fun. Just enjoy it. Are both cocks? Yes. The two champion birds in champion birds are cocks. Actually, fun fact, all 3 Champion Point pigeons are cocks. Fergie, bred by Ricky, Absolute Pepsi, bred by the London guys, and Big Mac. All 3 of them are cocks. So, cocks did the damage in the points. And I believe that the champion, the master breeder points will go the same way. In third, it'll be Fergus. In second, it'll be Absolute Pepsi. And first will be Big Mac out of Texas. Again, those aren't the right prize structures for the master breeders, but that will be how it will fall. I know all 3 of those birds were purchased. And is Angel a hen or a cock? I think Angel's a cock. I think he is. Again, very young pigeon, just starting to come into maturity. So it's going to still take a little bit of time. Tracy, did you want to let that bird go, or did you want me to send it back to you? Blue Grizzles always do good in sales, and especially that one. That one might have the very best pedigree in the whole auction. Just saying. And nice to see some of these birds that we're hitting are birds from Feathers Elite breeders. People that we have represented from Europe. So that's nice to see. Again, we're not overly chatty tonight. When do you find out, Heather Green, when do we find out what bird got the award of the most heart? Well, we're going to do that on the family show. I think it should be like this year, pigeons that showed the most heart from what I had seen there was a pigeon for Mike Sheridan called, what was his name? Well, there's Jerry that hit his face, Heather. You know Jerry. But Jerry didn't go to the races after that catastrophe. But he hung in there. He went outlaw flying, and that's a lot of heart. There was a pigeon that Mike Sheridan had, Pecker. It had a hole in its side shit for at least half the races trying to heal, and it went to the races. But it didn't finish. But a pigeon that I think showed maybe the most heart was the Storm Chaser. That was the pigeon that I sat on by accident in the loft and broke its neck. I literally had broken its neck. It came back around. It managed, I don't know how, it managed to go to the races. And it wasn't fast, but it come. It kept coming. It kept coming. And every time I said, well, you'll never see this again, it showed up. So, Bologna is a beauty. Yes, it is. Angel, I said, Darren, good night. Can you please put up the results, please? Yeah, it's on Win Companion. I can't put it up right now, but if you guys go on Win Companion, Tracy, you can put the links up there for people. They can go and look. Remember, we're looking at average speed and champion points. So when you're on Win Companion under Pioneer, go to results, take a look at average, take a look at points. I want all the birds back, LOL. Okay. What happened to Jeffrey? Jeffrey is going to be up for auction. Jeffrey is here. He wasn't a point winner. He wasn't a money earner, but he's going to be available. So if anyone wants to buy, I need to get a mate for Angel. Well, don't worry. We have some super hens here, David Tracy. I vote for Storm Chaser. Yeah. Has to be Jerry. Guys, remember that Storm Chaser bird, it literally, I thought it was dead. It looked dead. It came back to life. I don't know how. And it managed to go to the races and compete. Jerry, I'm not knocking Jerry. It took a lot, man. That bird's still living, and he's fine now. I mean, he doesn't see very well out of his eyes, but the only thing was he didn't go to a race. So if you look at a bird that had to dig deep and climb out of a hill, or climb from the bottom of the hill up, I think Storm Chaser would be a unanimous winner. I don't think anybody would complain about that. So maybe we will talk about that more on Monday night's family show. Maybe we'll bring Storm Chaser in if the owner hasn't come to pick him up yet. And again, there is nothing wrong, guys. If you want your birds back, I'd take my birds back. Always like to see them. And again, these birds have not only the immunities, but you've seen what they went through. So if they can handle it with us, I'm pretty sure they're going to handle it with you guys. And again, don't be afraid to bring those birds back and get them on your yearling team for next year. Break them and fly them. They'll break and fly, no problem. And David, same with you. You can bring that bird home, the blue grizzle. Break him and put him on your race team. Same with Journey and what's the other one? Starlight. Break them. Jerry always keeps one eye out for you. Yeah, Jerry does, Michael Peeler. That's right, he does. What else was I going to say? But you guys will see, if you guys go on our Pioneer, well, what you guys are, go on the Pioneer page and you look up the average speed. You're going to see the 12 birds there. They're all there in the order, all in the prize money that they've won. Again, champion points, you're going to see it all there. I got a little bit cock-a-doodle-dooed up, but that's okay. You guys get the gist of it. You guys have seen all the pigeons. You guys had all day to see them. Again, I'm not your best award-winning. Thank God there's only 12 winners. If we would have had 25, it might have been screwed. So, fun tonight. Pictures turned out good. Birds are real easy to photograph. Boy, they sure look different than their baby photos. There, you'll see Tracy's got the link up there for you guys. You go to the link, and thanks, Tracy, for putting that link up. That's very nice of you. It will show you, and again, you want to look at the results. When you click on results, look at average speed. It will tell you the birds' band numbers, who owned the birds. You look at champion points. It tells you who owned the bird, the name of the bird, all that good stuff. And that'll give you a complete breakdown. And remember, these birds were judged on 13 races. So 5 hot spots. And the hot spots consisted of 2 miles, 10 miles, 20 miles, 50 miles, and 80 miles. And then we went into an 8-race series that went from 94 miles, 114 miles, 160 miles, 230, 267, and 318. Okay. And there you see Tracy posts the other one up. Thank you very much, Tracy. We appreciate that. Jay-Z, how are you doing? And again, if you guys want to talk about next year's race, let me know. I was lucky enough to have Mike Sheridan. He came down the other day and we had a nice chat and he was really enjoying it. And he said, Ryan, how do we get more people to get into the pick birds and get into the little tournaments? You know, I think this year we're gonna tell you every game that we're gonna have. So if we have a time trial, if we have a sprint series, if we have the pick birds, we're gonna lay that all out right when you show up. So you guys, when you're at home, you guys know, hey, save your money up and play these games. It's gonna be best for you. Sure, there was a bird who was on their deathbed and made it to the end. Storm Chaser. Yeah, everyone keeps saying Storm Chaser. Was there a bird out of yours or Ricky's loft that died? Is that pissed you off the most? Was there a bird out of yours or Ricky's loft that died that pissed you off, Heather? Was there a bird who died? This year, What pissed? I don't like when any birds die. I don't like when any birds go off the roof. But I'm gonna say I think in the racing, I was kind of disappointed in some of those top birds, how they would be top at the beginning and they kind of disappeared. I always like to see a bird that can go from start to finish, and that's even more rare. But again, we had it with Jim McGinnis, their classic flight. We had that with Jackson and Fergus. They started off with Prince. Those three pigeons, if we look at the beginning, I think they scared the crap out of all of you people. They mentally took all your money before you guys even played because they were winning at such a rate. And guys, I tell you this, when you participate, play with your birds is great. Don't be afraid to go out and activate other people's birds because you never know what you're going to get. And sometimes when you see a bird like Prince from Mike Kotowski or Jackson or Fergus and they start winning, don't let them get to you. They got a lot of track to cover, a lot of track to stay at the top. And again, you might have 100 pigeons like those three, always up at the top. And out of 100 of those pigeons, there might be one that can go the whole way. There's very few of those pigeons, and you've seen it this year. Would Alfred's birds be a good cross for Angel? Alfred's birds would be great. Yeah, I was lucky enough today. The weather was so nice here. I photographed all of Alfred's 21 birds, the eye sign. I did all the eye sign of Alfred's birds today. Man, this is a hen sale. He has got some super hens. I don't know. I have to ask him, but boy, there's a pigeon band number. The last three digits is 709. She's perfect. There's some real nice birds in this sale, but the 709, a blue hen, smutty blue, beautiful. Wow, gorgeous eye, everything built perfect. The Alfred birds aren't very big, but I think Alfred would agree. I think this is going to be a hen sale. There's some dynamite hens in it. I'm not knocking the cocks, but I just saying I really like some hens here. I have no problem going hen shopping. No, I'm talking about one who was sick with young bird sickness and came out. Everybody that had real bad young bird sickness that didn't make it. I don't believe there's any birds that I have left that I can remember saying, boy, that thing was on its deathbed and it climbed out. Again, you got to be super strong to finish this kind of race. You got to be super strong to finish any type of one-off race, but this one in particular, because what we ask of the pigeons, we don't ask, it's not an impossible task, but it's serious. It's every time out, you're going to go to work. And you can see that in our training flights. You can see that in our loft flying. You can see that in the races. We didn't wait for sunshines and rainbows. You could take a look literally, I think out of the 8 main races, I think 6, at least 5 or 6 had heavy overcast. And you just won't see that anywhere in North America. You're not going to see it. If you see another one-off race, and I'm not knocking them, you just don't see it. We really pick a schedule, and 99% of the time we're going to stick to it. How's it going, Troy? Congratulations. I got to get your photo is going to be up on Monday night with all your cash, man. You did really well. Happy birthday to Troy. Again, it's Troy's birthday. Happy birthday, Troy. Happy birthday, Jay-Z. Ryan was on the deathbed too. No. Oh, we got the machines in. Oh, we got all the heart measuring shit going on, and tomorrow we're going back in. We're having lots of fun. we're trying to figure out how to keep running straight. That beer's not bad. What else was I going to say? Oh, Troy, since you're on, and I wanted to show you. Here you go. Sex on the Beach. That was bred by Troy. This bird's going to be up for auction. Troy, you got to get the pedigree worked on, my friend. Again, hopefully this month I will be able to head to Europe, and you guys are going to see some loft tours and stuff like that. I've been hopefully I'll be in Thailand in January, and we're going to have to get this year's race up and going so you guys know what you're going to get into. It's going to be a fun year. We're going to change it up a bit. Again, it's still going to be challenging. It's going to be as challenging, if not even a little more challenging. You're going to need to have those pigeons with that sandpaper. But that doesn't mean you're not going to hit a tailwind. It doesn't mean you're not going to hit 2 or 3 tailwinds. But just remember, you could hit 2 tailwinds, and you could hit 2 brutal headwinds, or 3 brutal headwinds. The training is going to be the same. Ruthless as we do it. We train them respectively, but we train them to succeed. I think the pigeons did great all season. We had that one hiccup there in Latchford. If we wouldn't have had that hiccup in Latchford, my opinion was we would have finished with 150 pigeons. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, wasn't. Latchford called our name, and sometimes when you drop an egg and it hits the ground, most times it explodes, right? And that's what happened at Latchford. Go back to the old format like the first year. Oh, we did that format this year and last year. I don't think there was a different format. We did 8 races. Are you talking about the Sprint Bird, the Sprint Series? How many birds on a team would enter? That's what we're going to work on. We're going to give you guys a number. Oh, thanks, Ricky. What do you guys think is a good size for a team? That's a question. What do you guys think? Is a 4-bird team good? Is a 6-bird team good? Is an 8-bird team good? Is a 10-bird team good? Let's keep it within 4 to 10 birds. Okay? What do you guys think? Post that in your comments below. They bought a lot of cans, man. See the guy in that can there? The middle guy? He plays for Manchester City now. He's the best striker ever in the world, this guy. But they bought so many of these cans, eh? The cans aren't done. Like, this is a big company, right? Imagine how many cans they order. So I'm having a beer with you guys. Come on, let's go. Wake up, kids. Come on. Jesus. What do you guys think's a good number? I always would like to have done like a 1-bird team. $3,000 a bird entry. And I'd like to invite like everybody and see how that would work. And like ask the big guys. They can only enter 1. And you get to enter 1. And they get to enter 1. But make it like 1 big entry. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that, guys. No, that's crazy. That's suicide. Was there a bird that made you mad out of Ricky's loft? Was there a bird that made me mad? No. No, there was no. No, there was no bird that made me mad. I hated every bird in Ricky's loft. Every one. I hated them all equally. I wanted to beat them every time out. Every single one that went into Ricky's loft. I didn't like them. Same with the Twisted Sister. There's some real nice birds, and he did a real good job. but I'm not going to like any of them. But yeah, there wasn't one bird at all. I think one bird that got me going was Knuckles. Knuckles was a bird that wouldn't loft fly, and I mean he wouldn't loft fly. But what are you going to do? There's every year you get those ones, and most years they disappear in training, but not him. He was the exception again to that rule. So guys, always remember, there are exceptions to the rule. It's how patient you want to be. More than likely, most lofts, guys wouldn't be patient and they'd eliminate a bird like that. So you could have 100 in your lifetime, right? You're going to knock off one real good one. So remember, the only pigeon friend you're going to really have is the basket. The basket never lies. And your basket. I'm not talking about giving your birds to someone to take them training, and I'm not talking about putting them on a trailer where you don't know what's going on. I'm saying when they go in your basket, you do the work, then you know what's going on. Just saying. It was nice the other day. We had Jim and Judy McGinnis from Empire Loft. They came down and picked up their bird. They stayed for, I'd say about 2 hours. It was nice talking to them, and they talked about when they had went to Europe. I'd say in the early 90s, and they had met some of the people that we had met, and that was interesting. And we were talking about different races and what races we agreed on, and it was nice that Jim wants to win this race here. He says he's going to be back. He says I gotta bring a different pigeon, or I gotta come back with a different missile. And hey, I hope next year again he gets a little bit closer. This year, again, when we were flying his birds, right at the start, he had Jackson, Fergus, Speedy Mama, 3 heavy pigeons right up in the front, and they kind of fell off, but that's pigeon flying. That's not saying he doesn't have good birds. I'm not saying he has bad birds at all. Just saying he understands how tough it is. He's had pigeons probably for 60 years, so he knows what it takes. And again, this guy's won down in San Diego, and that he has good pigeons for one loft racing. Just hasn't got us the right ones. Then you take a look at a guy like Ian Sybil, 3 years in a row. Bang, 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 bang. What can I say? And he comes right back at it with the same birds. Will Ian be back next year with the same birds? Yes. Did you guys enjoy the young bird auction that we had? I asked that question. That must have been a skill testing question. Do I got to clean the screen, guys? What do you guys think is a good entry? A 4-bird team, a 6-bird team, an 8-bird team, a 10-bird team, a 12-bird team? Come on. What do you guys think? Nothing worse than sitting at a bar and talking to the people beside you, and all they do is drink their drink. How many birds would you guys like to see at the Pioneer next year? Would you like to see a 400-bird race, a 600-bird race, an 800-bird race, or a 1,200-bird race? That's why you call it boot camp. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's boot camp. I still look at the 3 years of racing. I think the best pigeons I've raced in the 3 years were these ones this year. I think if I'd have flown these ones against last year and the year before, like I'm saying, if you can make an all-star, say, okay, the 12 that finished last year versus the 75 that finished this year versus the 67 that finished in year 1, put them all together and have a head-to-head battle. I think this year's birds would do it. Happy birthday, Troy. Again, it's Troy's birthday. Everyone's wishing Troy a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Troy. We got some skill testing questions tonight, man. These were skill testing. Like, these were tricky. Man, I'm waiting for the answers. I like talking. Come on, guys. Help me help you. Give me a few inches, as they say, eh? Maybe it's just a quiet crowd tonight. Is it because there's hockey on? I don't know. As we wait for the comments to come in, normally we say that while we're waiting for the birds, but while we wait for people's comments, fun season. I think next year we will start training again, August the 1st. I think that's a good time. August 1st to August 10th, in that time frame. Again, I think we start racing middle of September. I like the races a little later. I think it gives those birds a little bit more time. And if we're going to go with a 4 or 5 race series, I think it's perfect because you can still get headwinds, you can still get tailwinds. It's not overly hot. I mean, but again, that doesn't bother me. I think it's the time. Time is the key. Call this the cricket show. Quiet, man. Holy jumping. See, this is a guy I want to stand beside at the bar. Right here. Look at Les Gerard. He's got the bottle of champagne. He sent the picture when he picked this pigeon. He sent that picture. And how did he know the bird was going to be the ace points pigeon? The pigeon that was going to win the master breeder. This was the pigeon here that did it. And, you know, very interesting as well. This was the same pigeon that fought Jeffrey on the bucket and knocked him off. So, good evening, Don. Oh, 10 bird. 3 to 5. So, Tracy says a 3 to 5 bird team. So, Jay-Z wants the pick birds. Okay, so Jay-Z, you need to elaborate. How do you like the pick bird? 1 pick per person? Or 3 picks per person? So elaborate, Jay-Z. Thank you, guys. You guys woke up. So Tracy says a 3 to 5 bird team. Will says a 10 bird team. Good evening, Don. Good evening. Love a 1 bird team. Franco, 1 bird teams are great. They are good. Your hen didn't come back. And, you know, it's fun. I know Franco calls my dad and talks to him. When you fly a race style of ours, and, you know, for local guys, or not local guys, for guys that are flying pigeons, okay? If you're winning races, one-off races with birds, and it's a 3-race series, and the birds aren't overly pushed, it's hard when you get to a race like this where you're going to get a real test of the pigeons. So I say, send the grittier pigeons. And it's not the bloodlines. It's the pigeons that that's shown you have done work for you. So Jay-Z, do $20 picks and no shares. So maybe next year we'll go to $20 picks or $25 picks or $20 picks with no shares. Okay. Fun night tonight. Yeah, it is a fun night, Brian. Again, the reason why we add the shares is for people to get in and participate, but maybe we'll do that. Maybe what we'll do is, and again, when you guys put your comments in, it's nice to get it. And if the people that are gambling like you know, the people that are participating, you guys have, Jay-Z says, hey, do one share. And then Don says, yeah, do one share. And Franco says, do one share. And you guys are out there participating. That's what we want. Will says, big guys would never do it. Scared to lose by regular Joes. Yeah, it's, if you had a race, like I said, where it was $3,000 a bird, and you took in, I don't know, you took in 300 birds, the loft manager gets his percentage, maybe $1,000. 2,000 goes to the prize money. What would you be flying with? You'd be flying with what? $500,000? Would that be right? What's 2 times 3? 500,000. You'd have 500,000 in the pot. The pigeons could be worked respectively. Could be really worked good, like you see here. And you'd find ace pigeons. I always say a smaller race is better, but history proves it that people like big, out of control numbers. I don't know why, but it's just the thing to say, well, I flew against 6,000 pigeons. That's great. But if none of the 6,000 pigeons were properly worked, you really didn't fly. You flew against 6,000 sheep. But again, that's me. That's my thought on it. I'd love to do a race where, hey, let's look at it this way. How many people would be up for one bird for $3,000? Go. If you like it, post it in. Let's see how many people would say that. $3,000 for one pigeon. No replacements, no bullshit. And remember, you are going to lose some to sickness. You are going to lose some off the roof. You are going to lose some at 2 miles in training, and 5 miles, and 10 miles, and 50 miles. And you're going to have that bad race at Latchford where you're going to lose more. Brian Mansker says, yes, he would like it. Okay. I'd love it. And again, I think it has to be fair. I think the loft man's got to make the money, but the loft manager's got to do the work too. He's got to be able to feed right and train right and show you guys and medicate, and he needs to be able to fly them as if he's going out to win, and not just get pigeons coming home. That's what we don't do. I'm out there to win. Brian Mansker says, okay, so David Tracy says a 5-bird team, a 5-bird team. Mansker says a 5 to 6 bird team. Brian would like to see 1,200 birds. Yeah, maybe we'd like to do 1,200. We've talked about upping it maybe to 1,200. People would ask, do we have the loft space? Yes, we do. We have 4 lofts here. And the greatest thing about the Benzing is that it all hooks up to one. So 10 bird, better chances, yeah. Again, 10 bird isn't a bad number. I like that number, 10 birds. As many as you can handle. Oh, geez. Yeah, I think looking at here what we can handle pretty good with the two of us on this property, 1,200 birds, 1,000 birds, 900 birds. It's not a problem. I got to do some renovations on my loft. I got to take the sections out. I'm going to take the box perches out, so I'll have those for sale if anyone wants them. They're beautiful boxes. I'm going to go with the stump perches. Number one reason is I want to let more light in, and I want better filming. It's about the filming. I think the filming is key. I know you guys like to see your birds better. Just keep it the same. It worked. Also, think if Richard and Separate sections only, do a one bird team only. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, you know, I'll be honest. It's fun putting in the one birds and it is. I think you play that luck as far as you will. You're going to hit years where you completely strike out. You're going to hit years where it works. Very hard to go with one birds. People are commenting on YouTube. Yeah, I'm seeing them. I'm seeing the comments. Brian, you said 1,200 birds. That's a YouTube comment. 10 birds, right? I am. I am getting the comments. You're not getting the replies. Huh. I don't know. I think it's the buffering on my end. Yeah, it probably is. This ridge is shit. I'm almost thinking for future to go down to the Tim Hortons and do the shows from there. Or a library. One pick, $20. That's what Jay-Z wants. Jay-Z wants one pick, $20. Guys, what do you think of the pick bird? Do you like the shares? Do you like the one pick? What's a good price point? What do you guys think? I think Jay-Z's what do they call that? Superstitious. When it was $20 and one pick, he was winning. I'm only teasing you, Jay-Z. I'm only teasing you. We wanted to open picks up for people, more people to be able to participate. But yeah, maybe we're just going to do single picks. Forget the shares. I don't know. Again, whatever gets you guys participating, whatever makes you guys want to participate. Well, just look at the first year. Yeah, this year your picks were cheaper. There were still less picks. But yeah, maybe we'll go back to the first year on the pick bird. I'm fine with that. I'm good with one set of picks. I don't really care. Again, like I said, guys, I'm not picking birds anyways. So maybe we do one pick. That's a lot easier work for everyone. One pick. We are thinking about doing a time challenge for next year. Six bird team. People are liking the six bird team. Greg McFarland, how are you? Six bird team. Baby Bear says six bird team. So one person with 10, some people with 6. We got to get more answers. But I'm not against the single bird for the pick bird. I'm not against that. 400 pigeons would be good number. Yeah, not bad. Don't think that's a bad number. I'm not against it. Agree. No shares. So now there's another person for no shares. Maybe we go back to that. Do you guys like the pick birds right at the hot spots? So the 2 miles, the 10 miles, the 20, the 50, and the 80. Do you guys like the pick bird at that? 3 share pick bird. SPOR. What does that say? Greg, try her again. Rewrite that out. I'm not sure what you're asking. I mean, hey, maybe instead of having different shares, maybe, or does this get too complicated? Should you have a $5 pick bird, a $10 pick bird, and a $20 pick bird? Or, you know, a $5, a $20, and a $50? Sometimes I think more sounds better, but I'd just rather get everybody participating together, you know? And again, and at the end of the day, if you're one of these people that does comment, but you don't pick birds anyways, then, you know, or you know, or you're not participating, thanks, but you know, I like this for the people who participate. Jay-Z's a guy, he participates. Greg participates. David Tracy, you guys, you know, there's some people here, 1978 Baby Bear. You could be in our race participating, and that's great. I don't know if you are, but that's super. So I'm not trying to knock anybody. I'm just, you know. Are you making any changes to the loft next year? We're gonna work. We're gonna run the lighting system. Richard's loft's gonna stay the same. His is perfect. My loft's gonna get gutted out. New set of perches in. Complete open concept. No hallway in mine. And go from there. What else? If we open it up to 1,200 birds, we will use the Twisted Sister. We'll more likely use underneath the Twisted Sister and the other 2 lofts. So that would give us, oh shit, we can handle easily 1,200 birds, no problem. Because each loft is 24, well, those 2, the Twisted Sister and the loft underneath it, they're 24 by 10. So they'll handle quite a few birds, no problem. So, Graham, that was answered yours. Tracy says, 1 share, no picks. Yeah, good. And this is what we want to see. If you guys are the people participating and you say 1 share, no picks, and it's an overwhelming, hey, let's go back to that, then hey, no problem. Let's go back to that. I'm all for it. More money and you will have more people picking. I know. Now, with the pick birds, do you want a first, second, and third, or just a first? Did you guys like the pick bird had to be the first bird clocked? I think that's good. Do you guys agree with that one? 3,000. Pick, activate, first race. Jesse Catania, that's what I like. Can you imagine? Pick and activate 3,000. Keep it simple, stupid, says Tracy. Well, I am pretty stupid, so we're going to try and keep it as simple as we can. Michael Peebler, 50, 30, 20, pick bird. You buy the price you want to spend. Oh. What do you guys think of the $50, $30, $20 pick birds? You guys like that better than the shares? Or do you think we should just have it one price, $20 pick? This is what happens when you start asking everybody at the table, you see? Yeah, maybe next year we might do something as a high roller, $3,000 activation. That would be fun. We can always do that. See how many people have the, what do they call that? The little Duprees to do it. As we have our beer. Not a big fan once I get the second one in. But hey, it is what it is. I like the feedback, guys. Jesse, I like that idea. So, Jesse, you're saying $3,000 pick, activate, first race. So you're saying have a separate activation, like a super high roller. Like we're talking the Mega Bowl activation. I like the early picks, keeps them up. Hey guys, here's the guy here. Kevin, I'm gonna since you're on, I will do this for you. Guys, you guys wondered. We'll show a couple pictures of oh shit, let me get off this thing here. Kevin Jones. So Kevin, where are you? Here's one of Kevin Jones. Real good pigeons. This is Texas Mac. It flew for him. It was a pretty darn good, consistent pigeon. Again, sixth. What was very impressive about this pigeon was on the final race. It was right up there with Texas Mac on the drop. Real good pigeon. People have asked me, well, which one do you prefer? Both are nice. This is a little bit tighter, compactor pigeon, but there it is there. A high point pigeon. Made some money along the way. Remember, the money that you see on this photo, that's only the money for the points, okay? And then again, you see on average speed, Big Mac, okay? Big Mac was 11th. 11th wins $250. The prize here was wrong on this. I uploaded the wrong picture for tonight's show. But he was 11th in the average speed, which congratulations to that. But he turned around and Big Mac right there, first in champion bird points. And not only was this bird first in champion bird points, but this bird was activated in the master breeder by Les Gerard. And this is your master breeder champion as well. I'll have the master breeder photo up for Monday night. That bird there would have won a pile more money. I think this pigeon in total probably was around almost around 9,000 Canadian in earnings that the pigeon earned. Very, very good pigeon. It's apparently out of Kevin Jones's #1 stock cock again. It's got gladiator bloodlines, the Macaloni bloodlines, the drop of bloodlines. He was on, so I thought I'd give him a little toot the horn, as they say. And guys, you want to see that bird here at the Pioneer auction. If it goes up against Absolute Pepsi, it's going to be two Super Gladiator pigeons going head-to-head, two of the best cockbirds. I'm going to say this cock and Absolute Pepsi, and you guys, I know you guys are going to, oh, well, who's Absolute Pepsi? This pigeon here was third in average speed and second in points. And this was also, I think, second or third, I think he's second master breeder points as well. So if these two pigeons are in the sale and you guys are looking for goddamn cockbirds that can win, and first of all, cockbirds that can win when they come into maturity and not get too screwed up by the hens. These two pigeons right here are going to be something else. If you guys have that opportunity to purchase them, remember, if they are up for sale, you will be very, very happy in the quality of them. Now they're coming in. Good. Now they are coming in. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, they're coming in. One price. Make it easy for you. All right. I don't mind the one price. Keep it simple. Less work for Leah. Yes, it's all about less work. Less work. What is the pick bird thing? So normally what we did on every race, season 1, we sold $20 pick birds. And you've seen the lineup of the birds that went to the race. You had a week. You could pick whatever bird you wanted. So, you know, if you were Kevin Jones, you could pick Tracy's birds, or you can pick Will's birds or my birds, or you can pick your own birds. You pick whatever bird you wanted. It was $20 a bird. Some weeks we had the pot at 4,000, at 5,000, at 3,000. So we probably think maybe we go back to that. Jesse Catania says he wants to have a big entry for one of at a certain point. Maybe we will do that. I don't mind that. Now, what's the big entry? Is it $1,000 a bird? Is it $2,000 a bird? Is it $5,000 a bird? We got to find the sweet spot to get people to participate, and people can afford, and not just blow smoke. Pick a bird, 3 shares. Well, Gregory McFarland likes 3 bird share. Okay, so we're getting the votes to come in. Whatever you guys like. I like a high roller option. Kevin Jones says, pick your one high roller bird after the 100 miles, so everyone enters and avoids. Okay, what would be your price, Kevin? What would be the price? Now remember, Kevin's an American flyer, so we're Canadian flyers. So whatever we say here, if it's $1,000 for you Americans, it's like $750. So remember that. I don't know what a good number is. Maybe 500 a bird. I don't know. 1,000 a bird. I mean, do you start small, or do you just say to hell with her and go with $1,000? And again, remember, this only works. We can put it out there, but you guys got to participate. We will do our best to get those birds as far as we can go and give them the best, work them sensibly. Again, we do work birds differently than a lot of the races. We're going to work birds in the afternoon. Why? It's better for you guys on the show. It's better for us working the birds. Allows us to play with the birds through the day and get their training sessions in the afternoons. I like it better. That's not going to change. I'm not going to be interested in training pigeons at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm not doing it. I want those pigeons out in the morning. I want them to be able to go out and work. So if someone says to me, Ryan, are you going to start training birds at 7 o'clock in the morning? I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm going to do the same thing we did this year. Loft fly in the morning, bring them in at 12, 1 o'clock, get them basket, let them sit. 4 or 5 o'clock, you go down the road. 4 or 5 o'clock down the road. Between 4 and 6, you go down the road. You go down the road. 1 training flight a day with loft flying. As we get further out, we make the adjustments in the time to 4, 3, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, we like to work the birds in the hottest time of the day. It benefits the pigeons, in my thinking. It benefits the pigeons. I know as an athlete, it's far better to run up a hill than it is to run down a hill. So in heat, makes them run up a hill. The winds are always stronger in the face in the afternoons, makes them run up a hill. When the wind's behind them, stronger tailwinds, makes them learn how to run down a hill good. You know, you get everything better in the afternoon, in my opinion. Again, there are 500 other races out there, 70 races on Wind Companion. They will train them in the morning. This one's not going to do it. Some would say he needs his beauty sleep. I do. So as we see, those winning birds, we kind of need to know from the people that have the birds in now, that are here. Again, people like the Tracys, they've said, oh, they want their birds back. That's fine. The Greens are getting their birds back. If you're on the fence, say, oh, you're not sure, let me know. Let me know by the weekend. Again, I've got to get the photos. I've got to get the videos done and go from there. I got to be up at 4. Good night. I got to be up in 4 hours. Oh, that's 2 a.m., Tracy. Good night, Tracy. You've been a good cheer captain this year. You did a great job again this year. Thanks for the broom. Greg McFarland says $30 a pick. So, and again, guys, $20, $30, pretty close to the same. Yeah, like Tracy said, keep it simple. And we're not against keeping it simple. So maybe this year we're going to do a one-pick bird. We're going to have a time trial, which you guys have been working on it. I think it's going to be great. We're going to have a sprint series. And maybe we'll have a high roller. Man, all in one race. How did the $100 pick bird do not too good? Just think of that. Wow, the $100 pick bird didn't do well. Again, I can't get people to pick. I can train the pigeons. I see people dumping money in races. The fucking bird ain't even trained. I see what people dump in. I'm mind boggled. I never seen shit like this in my life. But again, every year's different. Next year we can make a couple tweaks and everyone's in it. And maybe it's a different financial year. This year, it's harder for people. Next year, it's easier for people. I don't know. And again, if you're coming to play in this race and you know that what we have in store, right, you know it. Think to yourself, hey, I want to play 4 or 5 different races at the Pioneer. Get involved with it. Right? Save your money, accordingly. It's great to go into all these races, but take a look at what a race has to offer you. Take a look at what you're getting for your money. Take a look, you get to watch the birds. These are all valuable things. All right, Kevin Jones says, between 1,000 and 2,000 high roller, only one bird per person. It won't probably get the numbers. And that's the kicker. It won't get the numbers. But again, I see people go down to Indiana and they dump money in. I see people go down into Africa and they dump the money in. The money is there. But you guys just got to believe in the pigeons, right? And what we're doing. 3 shares, only if you bet 100, you get all 3 shares. $50, you only get 2 shares. $25, you only get 1. Yeah. Again, we're getting complicated. Maybe we're better to stick with 1 share. Like Kevin Jones says, maybe $1,000. So maybe the number isn't 1,000. Maybe it's 500. I don't know. Or maybe you just put it out there and see what sticks to the wall. And again, some people say, oh, only 1 bird per person. Some people get mad at 1 bird. To me, it doesn't matter. To me, I don't care. I say if someone wants to put 10 birds in, sure, they got 10 shots. And if I only have 1 bird, I put 1, I got 1 shot. What are my odds of winning? If I got Big Mac or I got Absolute Pepsi, hey, you can have all the other birds you want. If you got the right horse, you're going to win. But that's not a bad thing. 1 bird, I kind of like that. I like it both ways. So I'm not for it nor against it. I think it's good. We're finally getting the juices flowing here tonight. You guys aren't stumps on a log, for Christ's sakes. You guys ready for auction season? Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. The man from the Netherlands. You know who I'm talking about. Alfred Combe van Zoren, yes. Châteauroux winner. The all-around Olympiad champion of the Netherlands last year with Olympic Henny. He will be here. He will be in Canada. So if you are an American, get your ass on a plane, fly to Buffalo, cross over, or hell with that. Hell with landing in Buffalo. It's going to be snowy. Fly right into Toronto We're going to send loft manager Richard directly down there to pick you up. Now, when you get off the plane, we don't ask you to pay for fuel, none of that. You have to bring him a very special bottle of alcohol. That's your tip. He will pick you up at the airport. I'm just saying, I'm going to give you these tips. You're going to get to meet Alfred Combe Van Zorn. And yes, Marco Mattis, the Golden Doif winner, the superstar of Germany. This guy has super pigeons. Those super good old family Gabby Van den Biel pigeons. You guys remember a pigeon? Whiplash, Ian Sybil this year. If the bird would have come on the day of race race 8, it would have, I think it would have been in the top 2 or 3 birds, high point pigeons, right out of Marco Mattis's 19-year-old cock he got from our auction. Marco Mattis birds, super. They're already doing good. You're still doing 15 or what? Michael Peevler, no, we're not going to do 15. We're going to lower the price. We're going to lower it. We're not going to do 1,500. We might do 1,250. You guys like 1,250? I always like the number 1,250. It sounds good, doesn't it? You know, you go to buy a car, you know, that old rickety piece of shit out there. They got that Toyota Corolla, a 4-door tread, a little bit of rust on the corner. And she says 3,600, and you tell the guy, you knock off 1,250 and I'll buy her. That's what I'm thinking. What are you guys thinking for that? Maybe we do 1,250 for a team. Then you just activate your birds as you go. So you can activate them for the sprints. You can activate them for the time trials. You can activate them for the main race. Pay as you play, as they say. It's like a la carte, right? You know, you go to those fancy restaurants and they come out with the cart. You know, you pick off the, you know, you buy the prime rib, and then you want the scallop potatoes. That's like a separate. Then you want the cream of spinach. That's a separate. And then you want the escargot. That's a separate. Maybe that's the best way to do it. To me, it don't matter. We've normally done everything up front. But hey, you guys are all good. You guys always pay the bills. When we say, hey, it's time to activate, I will say, maybe we always have every year three donkeys or ding-dongs that don't, that you got to, you know what they say? Babysit them. But overall, everybody here has been real good. 6 for 1,250, Michael Peevler says, yeah. What do you guys think of 10 for 1,250? What do you think? 10 for 1,250. God damn it, it's the dab. I'm feeling the dab. But I can't wait for that Pioneer auction. Guys, hens are super, eh? But you get cocks that do the damage. Oh, shit. If Big Mac's in the sale and Absolute Pepsi's in the sale, I got Ian Sybil guaranteed, the average speed winner. He's in the sale. Laguna, 3 super cocks. Buy all 3 cocks. Okay? 1 of the 3, 2 of the 3, or 3 of the 3 are going to breed super pigeons. Why do I know this? Because these birds did over 2,600 miles of work. One loft birds. That's the truth. This is how it works. Free to enter however many birds. That might be a way. After 150 miles, $250. Come on, that's the Apple Cup, man. I don't want to do the Apple Cup. I'm not knocking the Apple Cup. I think that's good. That's his jam. I can do that though. Free. get them up to 100 miles. That might be an idea. I like to see when they get up there, really get up there, how they're going to do. But he's doing good. Apple Cup is doing good, man. He took in, what do I think, 2,500 birds? No, 2,900 birds. He's at 165 miles now. He's got 1,900 home. I can't knock that. So far, a little bit fast. They're coming fast. Like I find the speed is fast. I think the bird should be coming faster, but you know what? I think he's done a good job. What's his name? He's got the rollers. I'm not going to knock him. He's doing good. Nothing wrong with that. Man, you would get so many birds. Oh, maybe Dekine's right. What do you guys think of Dekine? No perch fee. No perch fee. And we charge between $200 and $300 a bird activation. What do you guys think? What do you think of that one? Come on, guys. Let's throw the shit at the wall. Let's get going. No pressure there, right? No pressure there. Yeah, Rick Me, that's right. Rick Me's got the rollers. Rick Me does a good job out there. I think he's doing better and better. And I like what he's doing. I'm not against that. Actually, I was going to send birds there this year, but crossing the border was just when I had birds ready. When we had birds ready, the problem was I couldn't cross because I wasn't going to get a broker. No, money up front, pay to play, or go find another 99% of the races. Oh, well, there you go. Money up front. There is one thing I like. When you guys pay your money up front, and I understand if you guys have the pick bird, okay, that's money on the side. Maybe you have the sprint series, okay, that could be money on the side. I do like when a bit of the money comes up front for the main race. I do like that. I think that's a good. That's good as well. I don't think Rick's is a bad deal. It's a tough course. Nah, I don't know. I don't know how tough of a course it is. It's not. Rick's course ain't tough. I don't think it's that tough. I'm seeing lots of 1500s, man. One price all in. Don Meredith says one price all in. Wow. One price all in, that's pretty good. Now, would you say one price with all the fixings? So the main race, the sprint series, the time trial, you think all those should be all clumped in as well, or just for the main race? What do you think? But yeah, I don't know how tough of a course it is. Again, I haven't flown it. I just look at what the computer tells me in the speed. Speed tells me everything. You know, it's like you can't tell me Florida's a tough course. It's not. It's downhill and tailwinds. Easy. No, main race, says Don Meredith. Man, we're starting to get a good crowd now tonight. You guys must be having the mixed drinks. What are you guys drinking? And again, this is why we don't want to rush out with, oh, it's going to be 5 birds for this price, or 12 birds for this price, or 20 birds for this price. Dekine, if you send 5 birds and pay entry, your birds die or don't make it to training. Well, Dekine, I get that, but that again is a part of playing the game. There's a bit of that. There's a feeling. Let's take Okay, let's take the London guys. Okay, let's take the London guys. They sent 7 pigeons. Okay, they sent 7 pigeons, and they had birds. They had a few that died. They had a few that got lost in training. They had a few that made it to the races. And they had one that finished. That's it. Right? You got one. They got one. But they got the right one. They got the right one. But I get what you're saying. No risk, no reward. Okay. And again, like the kind says, you're shit out of luck. So, I mean, hey, there's lots of ways to think about it, and there's lots of ways to do it. And you always, in all these races, what does Ricky drink? Vodka. Ricky likes vodka. He likes whiskey. He likes tequila. Gin, okay. He likes gin and ginger ale or gin and pink lemonade. I know that's a bit of a wussy drink, but that's okay. But again, so many ways to do it, right? And you want to make it the best for you guys to participate. People participating, but the loft managers, again, they have to be, I think, compensated as well. You know, nobody does this for free, and I don't think anybody should. And I think if a race is willing to show you every goddamn inch of every mile, you know, that's definitely worth a bit. You know, people say to me, well, there's other auction sites that charge this amount. Why do you charge this amount? I'm just different. I go to distance, man. I go to miles. I buy the lenses, the proper lights, the proper cameras, the drone, the microphones. I go to your place. I do the interviews. I sit down. I pump. I want to see you do well. And the pigeons that you give, I want them to be great pigeons, you know, the best that you have to offer. And it's the same with how we race. I want to go out and race the pigeons. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to be afraid to have someone call me and say, oh, you're an asshole. You don't know what you're doing. No. I know how to bake a cake. I can bake a cake. Don't worry. Wherever you put me, I'll bake it. Oh, and if I don't have a barbecue or I don't have an oven, I just have a fire, I'll still bake a goddamn good cake. And sure, I'm going to get beat every once in a while or all the time, but I'll still get up and I'll still give it my best. That don't bother me. So, again, tonight was about the average speed birds. Man, they turned out great, the photos. The champion point birds, man, they did great. You guys are doing good tonight. You're communicating, you're talking with me, which I'm not going to complain. I like that. Get real. Need volume to build up a pot. You need volume. Sure, of course you need volume to build up a pot, but do you need volume? You know, it's... Oh, yeah, I can't get the local people in. The local people are you guys. The local people are everybody in North America. In my area here, the people slightly turn the nose up. Will they come? Hopefully they come. When is the auction? I can't tell you that. We're working on it. Starting to work on photos. The Van Zoren auction will be at the end of November or the first weekend of December. That's one thing I do know with Marco Mattis. There's nothing small in there, is there? Nah. Are you going to have half a beer? Oh, fuck. I don't know if I can do a whole beer. We'll do half a beer. We'll split it. People want to. Hey, let me ask you a question. And this is for everyone. Would you prefer a higher price race? Okay. So let's just say at $1,000 a bird. Let's go with this. $1,000 a bird, but you only take in 200 or 300 birds. Hold on. Does that tickle your fancy better? Now remember, higher dollar, bigger pot, low number of pigeons. Because I'm going to tell you, the more pigeons you get, the pot goes up, yes, but you get more lazy pigeons. You get, it's a little bit, it's harder to work them. I don't have a problem working them, and I'll work them. But you ask anybody that runs the big number races, they'll tell you when they let out 6,000 pigeons, right? They got 900 that want to land on the roof as soon as they go out, like droppers. It's the truth. Where's your risk? Go for it. Where's your risk? Go for it. Go for what, Dekine? Fewer birds is better. Yeah, I like, I've done both. Fewer birds is better. You know what I like? I like it where people are happy, right? I mean, I do this. This is what I do. So, if everyone says to me, Ryan, no one wants small races, you got to have at least 1,000 pigeons. Okay, I'll do 1,000 pigeons. I think you can make beautiful races with 300 and 400 pigeons. You just got to get the right dollars up. $1K a bird. $1K. And if you have 1K birds, that's great. Nothing wrong with it. But everyone's got to be on the page. Because if Dekine wants to and Joan wants to, but Tracy doesn't, or Sherry doesn't, or Ian doesn't, how many birds you enter? I think Ian's got a... Oh, shit. You opened a beer and I did. I'll have a beer and a half. It's no problem. Oh, okay, there you go. That's fine. No problem. Look at this case. We're going head to head. We're going with the harps and the dabs. It is what it is. And yes, Ian, we will do the Nova Scotia bird as well. We got a special bonus bird in there. 1K bird. Fewer birds. I have people that say they want more birds. I got people fewer birds. I don't know what's the right way to roll. We've asked Ian. We asked people, what's a good team? Is a 4-bird team, a 6-bird team, an 8-bird team, a 12-bird team? Do people like all the money up front? Do people like the money? Don't pay anything until the birds make 100 miles, or there's so many different ways to do it. Bottoms up. Why not accept 100 5-bird teams only? So 100 5-bird teams. Now, what would that be? That's 500 birds. Okay. So let's take a look at what Mr. Peevler says. And again, no idea is bad. This is called brainstorming here. Okay? Remember, we're all still assholes, including me, including you, including everyone. 5-bird team. Now, what's the price for the 5-bird team? Because let's just be honest. Let's get all the money up front for the main race. Let's get that out of the way. 5-bird team, $5,000. 5-bird team, $2,500. 5-bird team, $2,000. 5-bird team, $1,000 with no activation. We want the activation to come in, or we want the activation after 100 miles. I personally think the activation should always come at the beginning. That way, no matter what type of bad training we have, the pot's up. But if you had a 5-bird team and you made that pot, let's just hypothetically say $1,000 or that pot, $4,000 per team. What would you have? You'd have like $400,000. You'd be running $500,000 on 500 birds. That's nice. What that allows is the guy running the race it allows the birds to loft fly better. It allows the birds to be able to stay a little healthier. It allows everything a little bit easier. But I don't know. Does that work? That's the question. What works for you guys? Again, this race right now hasn't been set on $1,000 pigeons. It hasn't been. It's been built on people being able to come in and participate. It's not an overly priced race. So remember, we don't want to go out and scare people, but maybe it's time that you say, hey, let's get into the ocean. I don't know. As we wait for your comments, and then another question you got to say, Michael Peevler, is with a 5-bird team, and I want to be honest, you have people like David and Sherry Tracy, Heather and Mike Green, okay? They all participated this year in the same household. And they're all in this, you know, Heather and Mike live together, and David and Sherry live together. Can they each put a team in? Or are people going to complain? You know what I'm saying? Or does it matter? First come, first serve. So if Ian wants to put in 30 birds, or, you know, put in 5 teams, can he do that? To me, I never care how many birds people enter. I know I've heard so many people here say that, oh, Mike Gannis puts 100 birds in. I don't care. Don't. That doesn't interest me. I'm not making that. That just doesn't bother me. I don't care if somebody puts 5 teams in, 10 teams in, or 1 team in. Same like I don't care if somebody puts 1 bird in. What's the max birds for only 2 lofts at the moment? Oh, between 8, I'd say between, what would you say, about 800? Yeah, both of them. Combined, you can do about 800. If we use the other 2 lofts, which again, if I am going to use them, I'll do a little fixing up on them. All 4 of the lofts, you do about 1,200 birds. 1,200 birds, pretty easy. Again, there's no darkening, so that does alleviate stress. This beer is better than that one. Don't get away from roots. 8 race series, something different. not like every other race. Yeah. You know, okay. Here's my thought on the 8-race series. And Ian, you've participated from season 1 to season 3. You've won this race all 3 years. You've had a bird that's been able to get in the top 3 pigeons. So we're talking outside the box. I like a 4-race series where it's a 2, a 250, a 3, and a 350 with an encore for a 400. Maybe an encore. But those 4 races, to get to those 4, you still got to have your training and at least twice up to about 100 to 125 miles. So it might not be 8 races. It might go down to 4 races, but you're going to have a whole sprint series where the training won't just go up to 80 miles. You should go up to about 125. Just a thought. The thing with 8 races is, and I'll be honest, 8 races, it takes you 8 weeks. And it's 8 weeks to ride the roller coaster, okay? Like this. This year, we couldn't do that. This year, in 15 days, we did 5 races. Those birds were like this the whole way. Did I like it? It's okay. Was it what I really like? No. Did I find you could build the birds up and roll? No, you couldn't do it. And that's the problem with an 8-race series. In this country, an 8-race series, or at that time of year, an 8-race series, you don't have the birds long enough. It's tricky. What does Peebler say? There you go. No, just 2. Oh. 5 birds for 2,000. You have 5 at the end of this year. You take the first 100 teams entered. Single birds, you say 500 a bird. Oh, Michael Peebler's got one. Guys, now, if you think Michael Peebler's idea is a good one, I'm looking at this and not thinking it's too bad. 2,000 Canadian dollars for a team of 5 pigeons. Now, here's a fun one. Would you do, and I'm going to throw this at you, Peeves. Would you do $2,000 for 5 pigeons with 3 backups? 3 pigeons that are backed up. If any backup pigeons don't move into the spots where the birds that you have lost, $250 a bird or $200 a bird or whatever it is. I like the single bird for $500. I don't think that's bad. I think people that play singles, you might as well, if you're going to lollygag around with 1 bird, you might as well pay. I think. So okay, Ian's got a good point. So tell me, what makes me want to go there and not the Hoosier and try big money? The Pioneer was different. That's what attracts me to join. Good point. If you're going to compare me to the Hoosier, the difference is the Hoosier, it's big money with no training, in my opinion. And I don't think you're not a stupid pigeon man, Ian. You can see that in black and white. You know, if I give you 4 races, 6 races, 8 races, 12 races, or 17 races, you're going to actually get real races. That's the difference. In Canada, there's 1 race. This is the one. That's the truth. But again, we're brainstorming. I like 8 races. 8 races is a lot of track to cover. If we don't have the right weather, if we don't have, if you have a problem, we did it this year, A lot of track, man. A lot of track. And again, worry about the Hoosier? No. It's a big cow track. Big money, no training. You're getting ready to go 400 miles. Oh, I know, Ian, I know it's a hypothetical question. But again, you guys know me. You guys know the rodeo we run here, right? You know the shit that we do. You guys know the training that we do. What makes me different than any of the other races is we're different. But what's great about this race, we're sitting here, quarter to 11? We're talking about trying to make it better, trying to make adjustments, go left, go right, go up, go down, go around. Did any of the other ones do that? Now, again, you guys can message them and see if they'll come on and do it. But I'm doing it, right? You know, I even thought, hell, maybe we do 4 300-mile races. There you go. Right? How's that sound for you? Every 7 days, 300 miles. Or every 10 days, 300 miles. Well, that 40 days to get it done? That's quite a task too, isn't it? I like hypothetically, and don't worry. Would you and Ricky each have one loft to manage again? Did you guys like that? Did you guys like? I kind of enjoyed that. I thought it was fun for both of us. I think we both did well at different times. What did you guys think of that? Man, there's lots of good questions going on tonight. Now we're getting the audience rolling. I knew this audience had more steam in them. But yeah, there's another question. Maybe it should be a 260, a 300, a 260, a 300, a 260. That's interesting. That's different. I mean, again, when I look at the biggest races that I've seen are the easiest. They got the most less, what do they say? The most birds do the less work, do the least work, pay out the most money, and have, in my opinion, just the easiest. We just took a look at 1,800. There's no truth. It's all bullshit. I'm sorry, but I'm not taking it away from the people who won money. Congratulations. Big OLRs need all the birds to be activated to be able to pay out the big money. Then come the big losses. Well, sure, but Peevler, we can't figure this out. We all will sit there and agree with you. I agree with you. I'm sure Ian agrees with you. Probably Henry agrees with you. DeKine's probably going to agree with you. But take a look at how many people are going in. He's line back up. Line back up. How in the hell are you judging a breeding program off of a 378-mile or 373-mile race, flying 1,800 and change, 1,844? How do you judge a breeding program on this? How do you do it? I'm not sure. You think it's fun? Me and Ricky each having a loft. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I did enjoy it. And again, you've seen the season. The season did go like this. And I think that's what makes it fun. Maybe I started at the top, then Ricky come through. Ricky had a couple, man, I think he had 4 or 5 races where that was done for me. And then at the end, I come back up again, which was nice. And I think that was nice that people got, that bird will sell for $30K. If that bird sells for $30K, I'm going to be the first guy to run a one-loft race in Mars. That bird will never hit $30K. Can't do it. No way. No way. No. No. Yeah, the roller and Ian hit it right on the head. That's the roller coaster of pigeon racing. And Ian, I think you will agree with me. Well, and again, it all depends if you've done it or if you've tried it before. But when you have to do like this year, we did those. What do we have? We did Huntsville, Berks Falls, North Bay, Berks Falls, North Bay. We did all those in 16 days. Okay, I think we did them all. I think we averaged every 3 days a race. There was none of this. There was none of playing the game of more or less challenging, being able to do like we did at the end, or maybe I fed a little different than him, or Law flew a little bit. There was none of that. It was just literally pound, 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 pound. That's not the fun part. I do like the time in between, and that's where I said I'm not against having a 4-race series, maybe making them 250 to 300, but go every week. You ride the wave, but getting up to it, you have a fun sprint series where the birds are respectfully trained out in a 6-7 week period. So, you give time for a bit of bad weather, but you can have, maybe 100-mile, 125-mile. You can have a few of those stretchers out in there to get them prepped to go to the dance. I think if the first main race was 260 miles, my last sprint race would be North Bay, 160. That would be it. I do 80, a 114, and a 160 for the sprints with a 50-miler. So there'd be four little sprint races you'd have in there. You'd have a short sprint, a little bit longer sprint, a medium sprint, and the longest sprint. But again, that's almost getting back up to 8 races again. But I know you still have to get them prepped for it, and away we go. But I don't know about doing, like I said, full 8. I don't know. And then you can say, look, if you're going to do four races, do you do $300 per race entry? So each race is a big bang. I don't know. So many things to think about. And that's how it just gets more complicated and more cock-a-doodle-dude. But this is what we're doing here. We're talking. We're thinking outside the box. We haven't nailed anything in stone. I will promise you, in Canada, this will be the best race again. It's going to be the most worked birds, the real test, and the pigeons that you bring home breed winners, or breed you a solid pigeon that you can come back with next year. You take a look at Frank Eichhorn. He took Jump Junior home. Jump home. He bred it this year, brought it back. He had a bird that went 13 races, it went 12 races. It missed 1 race, got screwed up, but it went 12 races, and on the final it was there, just like the mother was. Bang, it was there. Good evening, Mr. Mansker. Michael Peeler says 4 races with a 350 or a 400 buy-in. Yeah. And again, the thing is, when you get to a 400-mile race in our area, and we pick a day like next Saturday, and I'm going to be honest, and you hit 20 kilometer or 15, 20 mile an hour headwind, I'm going to remind you guys, 90% of the pigeons that we let go won't have it to do it. And that has to be understood too, right? It's so easy. Go to 400 miles. Go to 500 miles. It's so easy to say. Those damn pigeons, they got to still do it. You remember, these pigeons this year, they won 7 races to come. Let's send not 101 birds to 318 miles. Put them into about a 16 mile an hour headwind. Only 23 on the day could do it. You go to 400 miles, you're going to drop that down to maybe 13 pigeons on the same day. Don't be shocked if you get 6 pigeons either. Oh, of course, we don't want to spread young bird sickness next year. You never want it. I don't think you can get past it. Are we going to use a few different products again? Yeah, we're going to try it. I've already got it in the works, the products we're going to use. And the products that everyone says that the big races use, let's see how they work. Because apparently there are races that just take in like all these birds and nothing dies. But again, we're not going to darken. That may be a big, big saving grace. It's kind of funny, eh? I learned something on the internet one time. You can take a beautiful steak, put it in your pan to cook it, okay? You got a cast iron pan, and you throw in a stick of butter, a brick of butter, salted butter. And just before you drop that steak in, that butter will be bubbling. See, next thing it'll be burnt butter. It's garbage. But then I still see people using butter and it don't burn. Butter and it don't burn. Oh, they added oil to the butter. Yeah, no. What was the truth? They're using unsalted butter. And that's something, eh? So maybe just the difference between taking them right off the dart, you may reduce the young bird sickness. Now you only get hit, 5% instead of 25% hit gets you. Michael Peebler, you have start early for the season. If problems like, so no problems like in July. Well, with July, the problems were gone. Well, we had pox, but we're going to pox for next year. Just a thought, yummy steak. Yes, I feel like a good steak. I think a steak would be good. Maybe this week we're going to have one. What do you guys think of taking birds February, March, April, and May? What do you guys like? Or do you guys like a smaller window? Man, there's a lot of options, isn't there? It's like ordering a goddamn car. Harper's just go down so good. This Harper's is a hard one to get down. Guys, if I'm in Ireland, don't bring me harp. It's like a can that never ends. Still some harp. Yeah. If I ever have a son, I'm going to name him Harp. Good things to think about. But yeah, I think both the downstairs Pioneer lofts there, if we we could easily do about 800 in them. That might be a good number, the 800 birds. Maybe I'm not against the an 8-bird team. Maybe $2,000. That's not bad. That doesn't sound bad to me. You figure out what comes off the top and go from there. Yeah, I don't know, Mike, if it. See, and Mike's on, and hey, Mike, I hope you're going to come back again next year. We got to get a little more than one bird, Mike. But the problem with the short intake, from what I keep seeing, is I get everybody and their brother saying, "Oh, my birds aren't ready. Oh, my birds aren't ready." People are so, what do you call it? Wishy-washy. My birds are ready now. Can you take them now? Oh, my birds aren't ready for another 2 weeks. Can I wait 2 more weeks? I'm so sick and tired. It's almost just like, I don't give a shit. Just bring them when you got them ready. Here's the start date. Here's the end date. Bring them. I give people 2 weeks. I got people 2 weeks before that, their birds are ready. At the same time, I get people 2 weeks after, they're calling me to bring birds. And I know what everyone says. Just say no. Just say no. I don't like being an ass. I want people to be able to participate. Every time you bring new birds in, you start over. Wow. You start over. Sure, you start over. But when I look at, and let's take Apple Cup. Let's take Crooked River. Let's take Black Gold. And let's take Cuevas. They took birds from February till June. What type of concoction do they got in that water? It don't affect them. How do you get 1,900 birds in 10 days? That ain't going to happen. Uh-oh. I like the option of 3 backup birds. I like that. Canada sent 270 birds to Pattaya this year. All right, hold on. So Premier says, Canada sent 271 pigeons to Pattaya this year. No perch fees. $500 a bird activation. 1.78 million US dollars in prize money. The biggest prize money more attracts people to send. And I'm not against what Premier says. I know people like big money. Instead of sending birds from the US, it might be better to get birds from there in the UK, less stress. Instead of sending birds from the US, it might be better to get birds from there in the UK. It's more stressful to get the UK birds here. If you don't give people a choice, they will get on board. Mike, I've tried it, man, for a long time. I tried it. I think the first year it worked the best. People got on board pretty good. But, every year I got people that have gone on vacation. The breeding program's bad. And then I got everyone with the pressure. Are you going to sell out? Are you going to sell out? Are you going to sell out? I like how Premier thinks. Pattaya, there you go. That's pretty interesting. No perch fee. $500 a bird activation. Again, though, they're taking in 7,000 pigeons, right? My next loft I build, I'm going to build a loft that holds 15,000 pigeons. And I'll have the first race that pays out a pigeon $1 million when I do it. I'm giving everybody a good head start where you heard that first. And if someone's doing $1 million for one bird, knock me off my horse. I'll get back on and I'll make a $2 million pigeon. It can be done. But anyways, so many things to think about this evening. God, thank God we're on HARP. So many ways to bake the cake. The one good thing is we got you people participating, putting out your ideas. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with bringing up another race. What do people like in some races? Hey, Dekine said, I like what Apple Cup does. Premier said he likes what Pattaya does. I like that. I like to see what people like. Buy the duck farm and convert it into a pigeon loft. No, I'm not doing that. When it's time for me to build a loft that holds 10,000 pigeons, I'm going to build a loft that holds 10,000 pigeons. And it'll be a world-class loft, and it'll be great. And it'll be great until we do a video and somebody will rip it to the ground. Will it have wire floors, or will it have dry litter, or will it have skylights, or this or that? Because again, you will need 40-member staff. Well, Premier League, you've got it right, man. 40 members, yeah. Well, who would I hire? I hire not one person that knows anything about pigeons. That would be my rule. When I run a race that big, I wouldn't hire anyone that knows anything about pigeons. Because you know what I don't need? I don't need quarterbacks telling me what to do. We're going to all learn as a group. But that's not for this year coming. Maybe I'll do that for my 43rd birthday. Ricky, how old will you be when I'm 43? You're how old now? 70. He's 70. Ricky's 75th birthday. Okay. 75th birthday. My 45th birthday, 10,000 bird loft. That's where going to be our gift is. Like your original concept, create an opportunity for non-pigeon people to compete. Well, Mike, there's just that's again, it's a nice fairy tale. Non-pigeon people to compete. Well, not knocking it, Mike, but you're a pigeon guy and you compete with a bird, which is great. If a pigeon guy that's in our race is competing with one bird, how in the goddamn world am I going to get people that don't know anything about pigeons to put a bird in? It's hard. And I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying, let's put the writing on the wall. Mike, bang for your buck. You get it here at the Pioneer. At what point? And Richard and myself talked about it. It's far cheaper to get a good one-off race to fly your birds than it is for you to do it yourself and get a result. It is. It's I know the races that I would go and play. I know the guy's going to put the work in. I don't have to go down the road and train my pigeons. If I like to. If it's something I like to do, then that's fine. But man, if I'm busy with wife and kids and all this shit, oh my God. Putting the work into those birds, it's a job. You don't need to promote the sport to me or Dave Ottaway. You need to create new markets. Oh. Mike, how do you want me to do that? Should I get a billboard and put it on the side of the 400? Should I go down to Maple Leaf, the Air Canada Centre, Scotia Bank Centre, Maple Leaf Gardens, and buy spots on the boards? And then when I find these new people, they're going to say, well, where do I find the people to go get the birds from? It's like it's a double, I want the new people, but the new person still has to do his own shit. He has to figure it out. This isn't. I don't know. I can get the international entries again. I have the contacts in Europe to do it. I have the quarantines to do it. I know the breeders that will participate. It's not hard. I already know. I've actually sat here and we've discussed how an international race would work. I've already told you that race is maybe a year or two away. Run a race series that non-pigeon people can get involved, like your original concept. Okay, guys, this year at the Pioneer, nobody's allowed to enter that has pigeons. You got to find other people. Mike, it's nonsense. So what am I going to do? Go to a figure skating rink? Tell the figure skaters, why don't you join a bowling league? Or go to the bowling league and tell the bowlers to join figure skating? It's fun. You put it out there. We're on the internet, man. And like I said, you can't even get local people here. The local people here are tight, man. They're tight. Oh, he swears, or he does this, or he does that. It's what do we call it? Like I said, if I was completely phony, my race would be full. Look what they did to Don Cherry. Right? Look what they did to him on CBC. Saturday night, I don't watch hockey no more. Because he got rid of Don Cherry. Even though it was 2.5 minutes, sometimes with a lot of bullshit. But I'll watch Saturday night hockey for Don Cherry. And what did they do? They got rid of him. Pioneer Village was working. You start creating to hardcore pigeon people, and everything changed. I don't know, Mike. I don't want to do. You know what? I don't want to do what Niagara does. I'm sorry, Mike. No, year 1, Mike, I did an 8-race series. Year 2, Mike, I did a 9-race series. Year 3, Mike, I did an 8-race series. Train the birds the same way every year. In 3 years, I think we've gotten 6 or 7 or 8 people that don't have pigeons, or 10 people that don't have pigeons that are participating. I'm actually doing quite well on that. Mike, why don't you get the whole Niagara Club to participate? There you go. That's your job, Mike. Get your whole Niagara Combine to participate, Mike. Each with all one bird. And I'm putting out a challenge to you, Mike. Mike, you know how we run. You know we're the best race around. When you have your combine meeting, I'll come down. We'll sit down and give your combine a price for each member. But you know what they'll say when you walk into that room? They'll turn their nose up. They'll tuck tail and run. Okay, Ross. I didn't even know Ross was on. How's Ross feeling? Ross told me he's got the COVID, which is never fun. If it's your first time experiencing COVID, it can kill you. So watch out. We had it here a few times. Not fun. It is not a fun one. It's like I'd say the flu and like a pneumonia kind of a mix. It's just like, or it's like a bad hangover. And again, Mike, I'll say it to you. We'll take the whole Niagara Combine on. You guys can put your birds on every week. We'll give you guys a better feed than what you are. We'll save you guys 50%. 50% for the Niagara Combine. And the Pioneer birds will fly your combine course. I'll save you guys 50%. Mike, aren't you a president there? Or the vice president or the prime minister of the combine? Again, this is it. I'm not arguing. I'm trying to tear down, what am I saying? I'm tearing down walls and building bridges, man. I like to compete against the most people I can. But how do we do it? Oh, I know. I agree. Existing members are not going to raise the bar. Pioneer Village was unique and a fresh approach. That's why I got on board. Well, we're still a fresh approach. We promote to new flyers. We promote to hardcore flyers. We promote to people that I don't even know what are flying. I think we literally give it to you any which way you can take it. We give you a family show. We talk this. We show you how to feed. We show you how to train. Show you how hard you can train. We show them how to put them in the dark. For the novice, the veteran, the pro, the super pro. Hell, I got national winners that come on the goddamn show. I literally, the only thing I don't do is lie. And I'm not two-faced. Don't really give a shit. I just tell you how it is. And unfortunately, that's the flaw here. I have to be pretend. That's apple juice. And everything has to be sunshine and rainbows. And I have to train at 10 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. And I have to train them on sunny skies. And I can't let them pick on the grass. And I have to make sure that each bird has a perfectly 10 by 10 by 10 box perch, and make sure the electronic chips are put on the right way, not upside down, and bath pans are brand new, and it gets silly. I even cook on the show. Shit, the kind knows. Listen, you can eat the shit that I cook, and you'll have a good time. Trust me. My race is unique. It's the most unique one that's ever been seen. And you want to know what else is great? I'm watching the people around. They're picking off the ideas and using them, but they don't even know where I'm going next. The great part is when you watch Bob Ross, he always started with a white canvas. And every show was different, but it was a masterpiece. I mean, maybe not every show you liked exactly what he painted, but it looked good. Learn some good techniques too. Yeah, sure you learn techniques. You know, it was fun. I talked to Jim McGinnis. Jim said, Brian, your race is the straightest race. You show things almost to a fault, to where it like jeopardizes you, where you could blow a mental gasket. And he says, I raise pigeons a little differently than you. But he says, your pigeons all get the same. They do the work. And you know what? I want to win your race. I want to get out there and do it. And I said, that's the beautiful thing about the race. You don't have to love everything I do, and you're not supposed to. But you see it all in front of you. All the race stations we went to. We didn't change them. We show you what they eat. We show you how they loft fly. We show you when they're dying. How much is that worth to you, really? It was so funny. I remember Owen. One day he was asking on the show, how do you kill a pigeon? Now, I didn't do that because you know what would happen. But there you go. Isn't that, he asked that question. There you go. And hey, we even showed you when we sat on a bird and almost killed it. Who would show that? It's to your detriment. Mike? You're so very lucky you only live an hour and 62 minutes from the village.
That's 2 hours and 2 minutes.
We'll have to give Mike technical terms. And 99% of the time on the show, I'm not a bad guy. I don't get mad at people. Yeah, there's times where I'm going to get pissed, but I'm a human. I have people. It's funny, I had people that come over the other day to pick up birds. Oh, Ryan, you do such a good job. Don't let those people bother you. The whole world watches you. These people are going to try and give you a bad name. I said to the guy, what do you do when the person says something bad about me? They don't say nothing. Listen, I don't expect people to stand up for me. I'll stand up for myself. I do it on this platform. This is what I do. I'm not perfect. I'm full of flaws. I got more flaws than all of you watching. But one thing, I'm not phony and I don't lie. And I give you my absolute best. And I think that's a dying breed in people. I don't think you get that a lot. Or you see people quit real easy. They tuck tail and they run. Gets a little tough, they quit. They can't handle the music, they quit. They don't like the pressure, they quit. And this is why I can come on this show here tonight and talk about, hey, what's a good format? What's good this? What did you like this way? And I get your feedback. It doesn't mean I'm going to take any of your feedback. But I'm interested. I'm curious. Because you guys are the ones playing. Mike, how do I get you from one bird to a whole team of birds? And I'm not centering Mike. I'm not trying to center Mike out. Mike is a guy who comes in every year. Mike puts a bird in and his partner puts a bird in. And I appreciate that. Same like Franco. Franco put one bird in. How do I get the one bird guys to put 5 in? How do I get the 5 bird guys to put 10 birds in? How do you do it? These stickies are getting itchy. We're having a fun show tonight. I mean, you even just take a look. Look at the photography work, man. Look at it. You don't get it in any race. And guys, you want to know what's so great? We do everything in-house. You know, it's fun today. I did the Van Zoren photos outside in the sun. I hate looking at light bulb photos. It's driving me mental now. I hate a light bulb. And I'm trying to look for the best light bulb, but it's very hard. But you can't beat the sun. Sun is unbeatable. No light bulb beats the sun. My whole first round. Mike's going to put his 9 of my young birds were in the... Mike, you can't count Scott Hall, and you can't go with Mike Sheridan. That doesn't count, Mike. But thank you. How do you make reindeer fly? Give them corn. Yeah, we got ripped on that one, but it works. And I'm only, Mike, again, you took that personally when I said, how do I get Mike to go from one bird to a whole team? How do I get a guy that does 5 birds to get to 2 teams? How do I get a guy that put 2 teams to put 4 teams? It all helps grow. How do we get the people that are living in the buildings to find our show? How do we do it? How do you do it? And again, I'll be honest with you, Mike. When I look at pigeon racing as a whole, because of how it's operated here, and I'm going to say in Canada, you're not going to get new people because it's run by people thinking like, I'm not even going to say these people are thinking in the past. They're not even thinking in the past. They're thinking selfishly. I think pigeon racing probably in the 70s was better than it was here right now. In 70s and 80s, I'd rather fly pigeons in the 70s and 80s here than I would be flying pigeons right now. And I think, I don't know, Mike, how long you flew pigeons for. I think there was way better racing 70s, 80s than there ever in the last 15 years. I'm 100%. I'll bet my life on it. I bet there were better pigeon men, harder nosed pigeons, and overall better sportsmen. Now it's just a bunch of textbook sugar-coated high-dollar bag of feed flyers. If 10,000 apartments dwell, oh boy, here's Mike in the apartments. Let's hear this one, Mike. I love it. We're going with apartments. If 10,000 apartment dwells each entered one bird, that would be bigger than Africa. And okay, so step one, we're going to go to an apartment. Okay. I'm going to knock on the doors like we're selling newspapers. Okay. Hi, I'm Ryan from the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club of Ontario. I want to know if you want to enter my one-loft pigeon race. What? Okay, now, at this point, I got to start right from the bottom. Pigeon racing, pigeons, yeah, this and that, and then hold on, and then the guy shuts the door on me. Okay, the door one, hello, right, go to the next door. Now, the next door do the same shit. I get a little bit further in, and the guy's interested, but he says, "Hey, could you come back tomorrow?" Well, okay, knock on door 3. Do the same thing again and get a little bit further, right? And the guy says, "There's only one problem. I'm scared of birds." Okay, go to the next door, knock on the door. He goes on and on and on. Finally, you find a guy. After door 27, found one guy, he's willing to put one bird in. Now, where do I tell him to get a bird from? Now, this is one guy and I cherish him. First guy I'm going to say, okay, Ian Civil, I'll get you a bird from Ian. Call Ian up, can I get a bird from you? Building by building by building I go. You're going to knock on 100 doors, you get 1 or 2 yeses. Maybe. And by the way, I don't have any birds to give them. And number 2, if these people lose their 1 bird entry right off the hop, what do we got here? Yeah, I think I was kind of hoping that Grovers would have done a bit better. Didn't happen. They were happy that they won. I got to go down and take them their prize when it's time. Promotion is your game. Fair be from me to tell you how to do it. Mike, you're not telling me how to do it.
Mike, he's a disciple now.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step.
Mike, he's a disciple now. Mike is a disciple.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call everybody in our area. Mike, you know, in the combines around here in Southern Ontario, how many members are they? Well, first step is we got to get the guys that have the pigeons. I got to first get each one of them on board to put between 1 and 1 team in. And then I got to say to them, if I go to these apartments and knock on these doors, can you supply a bird for this person? They all come on board. They all put birds in. I will go to an apartment. Door by door, Mike. Door by door. Okay? The local pigeon guys help me. I'll go like a wackadoo. The promoter that I am. The Don King of pigeon flying. Hell, I will go door to door. Fuck apartments. I'll go into subdivisions and knock on doors. It don't bother me. I'll go to a bus station. I'll sit outside the goddamn eating center. Let pigeons out and play a pail. And I'm not joking. We get the local people all to support this race. And we'll support people, new people with birds. I'm for it, Mike. Remember, help me, help you, help us. Big circle, Mike. Big circle. Remember, there is no I in team, Mike. There's no I in team. Michael Peevler, wait a minute, hold on. Hold on, let's get to what DeKine says. If you're going to Hawaii, gotta swim. All right, hold on. Heather Green says, when do we find out what bird got the award of the Hedgie Art? Okay, that's a Monday night show, Heather. Come on. Michael Peevler, this could be the word of the evening. Tony worked with them all. He could get you in.
Who?
Tony, shitty. Baloney's a beauty. Okay, on that note, we're going to have to show baloney. No. Darren, where are you going to bed? Can you please put up results, please? Yeah. Well, okay, Monday night show I'm going to be on. I'll put the results up for you. Mike Vanderyak says, Don King of Pigeon Flying. That's perfect description. LOL. And look at this. This is our problem, Mike. Brian Mansker says he will supply 2 teams for people. That's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. Mike, you're Niagara. Everyone in your combine puts 1 bird in. Our race, everyone. I got a list. And for the people that don't have the money, you guys can do a pigeon fundraiser to get everybody in. Your whole combine. I think you guys have 100 members. You guys get everybody in your combine to put 1 bird in. And I'll do a whole apartment building. I'll figure out a way to get in, and I'll start knocking. I'm challenging Mike in the Niagara organization. And Brian, thank you. You even have the hair. Now, Mike, what do you think of that challenge to you? Can you make that happen? Can you get it? Can we get her done?
I can come with you too.
And Mike, I'm going to come with you to the meeting. You call that combine meeting and I'll be there. I'll even get my hair done. I'll put a bit more gray in it, get her up. Oh shit, she's bad. And I say that to any combine. Hell, Brian Mansker, how many guys are in your combine? You get everyone to put 1 bird from your combine in our race. Okay? And I'm being serious. I'll go to a building or somewhere and I'll go and sell it. I'll go and sell it. Anybody that can do it, I'll go and sell it. If you can't afford to put a team in, you put 1 bird in and I'll go and sell it. That's what I do. I'm the best at it. And I'm having fun with it. I'm making a challenge. You guys all challenged me. You got to keep promoting. I got to challenge you. You want to have some fun? You want to promote the sport? You get all your locals that have pigeons, 1 bird each. So 50 guys in your combine, 50 entries. Done. You show me the building and I go to work. And I'll do it on Facebook. I'll bring you guys along for the ride. I'll show you how Daddy works. There's a reason why. There's a reason we're here. It's 11:30 at night. We had the winners all cocked up on the screen, but it don't matter. Why? We got Harp. We got Dab. We got the best of Ireland. The best of Germany. Mike Vanderyak says, you want 100 pigeons for new flyers, just say the word. You want 1,000 pigeons for new flyers. No. Mike. We're going to have to get your ears cleaned. I want to help the sport that you love grow. I love it the same way. So what I'm going to ask you, Mike, Tracy, Troy, whoever, you get your combine, each member to put one bird in the race. I will go to a building or I will go to a subdivision of homes. You pick. I will knock on every door. I will video record the whole thing. I'll bring battery packs and microphones. And we're going to see. We're going to see how many people know about pigeon flying and how many people we can stir up the interest in. But I ain't going to dance unless you're willing to dance with me. Because you know what? Nah. One man can't do all the work and carry the load, eh? Sorry, Mike, that don't work this way. But I am willing to go equal with you. Because I think knocking on doors of, let's say, 500 houses is a hell of a lot harder than going to guys that have pigeons and saying, hey, put one bird in this guy's race. He's going to go knock on 500 doors. But wouldn't that be fun? How could pigeon racing get such a boost of advertising? What are you thinking, Mike? You're up this late watching your pigeon pornography. Somebody said that Baloney was a beautiful looking pigeon. What a stupid name for a pigeon. I don't know why it was named Baloney. Again, that's only stupid in my eyes. To somebody, bologna is great. Fried bologna is good. Bologna is great when you go to the grocery store and you're hungry and, you say to the girl, oh, I got to pick up some bologna. She gives you that extra slice and you get to eat it. That's great. I guess it's not a stupid name. But for those of you who want to see bologna, there she was. God damn it. She's one of the sexiest hens I've laid eyes on. She's got the perfect tick. So she's got the right little bit of war paint. She's got the one white feather. She's got a nice eye. She stands nice. Who in the hell is your photographer? Could you imagine if I went to photographing school? Mike's thinking of a response to that. Come on, Mike, there's no response. Make it happen. Everybody in Niagara respects you. They think you're a god. He loves fried bologna. Who doesn't love fried bologna? So do I. We made a great egg salad sandwich today. Loft manager Ricky, we've got 4 chickens that we can't keep up the eggs. We can't keep up. We literally live on eggs. You can knock on 1 million doors in one night through social media, as you have taught me. Mike, I don't knock on 1,000 doors on social media. When I knock on somebody's door and I shake their hand and I introduce myself, that's knocking on a door. Social media, people just scroll through, man. What I'm hearing, Mike, between you and me when we're having this meeting here of how to promote, I'm telling you what I can do and what I'm willing to do. You keep putting up little curves. Can you get it done on your end? Because I can get it done on my end. 85 members in your combine, 1 bird each, 85 birds. By the way, guess what I'm going to also do for you, Mike? I'm going to give you a free entry and a t-shirt. Mike, we're tearing down goddamn walls, Mike. We're building bridges and little roads and nooks, ditches and valleys, man. We're building all this shit. But Mike, you got to be willing to get to that next level. I don't know how old you are, Mike. What are you? Is 70, 68? End in a bang, as I say. Raise to the next level, man. And I challenge that to anybody. I challenge it to Peevler. I challenge it to Will. I challenge it to Heather Green. I challenge it to DeKine. You guys get your whole combine involved, and I'll do it. Now, remember, I'm not going to go to California and knock on 500 doors. I'm here. I'll do it on the show. I'll do it. Me and Ricky will do it. And you know what? You'll all have a good goddamn laugh. But you know what? When I do it, I'll do it seriously, and I'll do a good job. And you know what? Maybe if I knocked on 500 doors or 1,000 doors, I don't know. What do you think the number would be I could get, Ricky? What do you think? Just think about that. Think 5. 1 out of every 100. So that pisses me off that I could get 1 out of every 100. So I would want to get 50. That would be my goal. 50, I'd feel good. Michael Peevler says that Baloney's toenails are white. White toenails are a good thing. Remember, guys, checkers and blues, white toenails are even better. Uh-oh. Mike Vanderyak. He's coming around the mountain. He's come up with that straight answer we've been looking for. You keep wanting to promote to existing members. I have done that for 50 years. I believe that the ship has sailed. The potential is too limited. We need to discover new markets. God, Mike, you're pretty good at this.
So that means
Well, Mike, I'm going to tell you something. You just told me you could get me 10,000 birds if I needed it. Where would you get them from? Where would you get those birds from? If I knocked on 1 million doors and I got 20,000 people to participate, Mike, where would you get the pigeons from? You'd ask around, wouldn't you? You'd have to, right? Then those people would come and participate? No. There's no I in team, Mike. I'm going to need you to dig a little deeper. And Mike, the one thing that you know about me, I'm crazy enough to knock on 500 or 1,000 or 10,000 doors. I'm crazy enough to do it, to promote our sport, right? Our sport, not my sport, not your sport, our sport, everyone watching sport. But you're going to have to dig deeper still. What kind, LOL, DeKine likes some fresh hemp seed shipped here. Oh my God. You want hemp seed? Do you really want me to send you a bag of hemp seed, DeKine? I'm going to have to charge you for it and make a special trip, but I can get it. And probably if you want 1 bag, you probably want 5. You get 20,000 new members, and I will get you 20,000 birds. No, yeah. I wouldn't take the birds, Mike, because the people don't, the local people, the people that you need for it to support, they don't support it. I'm not interested. I'll take birds from Brian Mansker. I'll take birds from DeKine. I'll take a team from you, yeah. But anybody, the people, what? You're going to go and ask everybody around, oh, will you help this guy out? No. Oh, we get to put our birds in for free and test? No. No. There's no I in team, Mike. I'm not going to work like a slave, man. This sport, it's great. I love it, but sorry. What was they say? I wasn't born yesterday. I was born 40 years ago. And this is a great idea. Let me know what Saturday, what building you want to go to. You can film me as I go building to building, door to door. I'm really willing to see who has it in them to get this challenge done. Do it on Halloween. You'll get free candy. Damn, Dekai, that could have been the shit. That was a move right there. See, Mike? If we didn't get pigeon flyers, and I got the ace costume. So, Mike, you're going to get me 20,000 pigeons, but you can't get all the people that you're going to ask to put one bird in. Oh, again, we're promoting. You can't promote to the old people. They're past it. But if you ask the old people, will you give birds to the new people? Apparently they will. Oh, Michael. Or you know what, Mike? Hell. Even better. If you don't have it in you to ask your club and combine, and I know it's a bad thing to get rejected. No, I'm not going into that race. No, it's shit. No, it's this. No, he's an asshole. No, he's a drunk. No, he's loud. No. I get it, Mike. How about you just tell me what building you want to go to, and I'm going to film you. And Mike, however many days in a row you want to go, building by building, door by door, house by house. For every guy that you get in, I give you a free entry. There you go. As we say, let's see how really bad we want to grow. Dekine says, Mike says, Dekine is blue skies. LOL. Good idea. Again, we all talk in circles. Will you be handing out flyers when you're knocking on doors? Well, that's why I thought if we talked to a combine and the combine, everyone decided to put one bird in, and the combine did a fundraiser so everyone could afford to put birds in. With that fundraiser, we would get like 1,000 brochures made up that I could take. I mean, again, guys, I'm not made of money here. I know. Won the lottery, but can't give lottery money away for advertising. We know how that works. No, we would have to pay for that. And how much you pay for a good salesman? Amazing thing is, the Pigeon Sport has somebody that's willing to go out and do it. And I told you what my price was. One bird from each of your members. With birds for all the people that we get from every door that we knock on. Remember, guys, some doors we're going to get a whole team. Some doors, the door's going to shut in our face. And you're going to follow us along the journey, man. What do they say? However, and we have to take a bet, how many doors of no before we hit a yes. What kind of community do we want to hit? Do we want to hit a Portuguese, an Italian community, a Chinese community? Chinese community, they might think it's food. I don't know. All things we got to look at. And that's something that we're going to talk to the combine about. So, Mike, I've put it in your hands. What are you going to do? You going to rise up to the challenge, Mike? How long is it going to take me to knock on 1,000 doors? You think I can do 100 doors? No, I couldn't do 100 doors in a day. You think I could?
No way. You're going to be 5 to 10 minutes at least. And once it gets serious, you're going to be half an hour.
Half an hour. Oh, shit. Oh, Christ.
They listen to you.
Yeah,
half an hour to an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're going to become friends with them.
Friends with them. It's going to get worse. So we're thinking, do 1,000 doors, take me a month. Do I have a month of my life to do this? Hawaiians want it free. That's what somebody, the guy said. Well, anyways, I think I've been on for 3 hours. Holy Christ. I've done it. God damn it, I've done her, boys. I've done her. So, Mike, I've left this challenge with you. Knock on the same door 1,000 times. Guys, who liked Mike's idea of this knocking on the doors? And who thinks, is there people out there that agree with me that all Mike has to do is get his existing?
You might get thrown out of the apartment building after the 5th door.
The price we're gonna, well, if I do houses, I won't. The problem with the houses is, do I cut across the lawns? And I got to get a condensed subdivision.
Town
And is that called soliciting?
strip houses? You need a license for that?
Is that solicit? Can you get arrested for soliciting?
You're going to do townhouses? Or
Go to the Walmart and set up a booth outside. Yeah, the problem is people are wanting to get in and out. Everybody that goes into Walmart's in a goddamn rush. Walmart's not going to work.
You could be a greeter at Walmart.
I could be a greeter, so I could get paid as I do it. Rope them in that way. The question is, where did Mike Vanderyak go? We'll raise the challenge to him. He challenged. Isn't that funny? People challenge me and they make me look bad. I'm giving him the challenge back to say, I accept your challenge, but these are the terms.
People like to deal with old age pensioners.
People like to deal with old people. That's right. And I agree. You know, a little bit of blue hair is not going to hurt. Me, they're going to think it's a scam. So I'm going to have to probably color my hair. Again, I put it out to Mike. Mike put it to me. I put it back to Mike. I think we have an agreement here. This comes down to Mike Vanderyak. Every time Mike's on, we're going to ask him, guys. Every time you see Mike's on, how's the committee coming along? How many people we got signed in, locked in? Remember, they just got to put one bird in. Like Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, we could do. And Mike, I'll even go outside of Walmart. If the pigeon guys want to make cookies up, we can try that too. God, this guy has no limits. It's just.
How about going in the subway?
We got subways. We got. What about schools? We start with the kids. No, that's illegal. That's gambling. Can't do it with the kids. Casinos. There's so many things we can do. But anyways, again, I wanted to thank the winners or congratulate the winners and whatever. That was fun. Proud of all the winners. I'm proud of all the birds that tried their best. Some made money, some didn't. Some made it through all the races and didn't win a penny. And some birds just crapped the bed, and that's okay. It's been on for 3 hours, and obviously, Mike, you tried. Thought you had a little more jam in you, Mike. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but a lot of good ideas. A lot of good ideas. Anyways, guys, I'm Ryan Pioneer. It's been fun like always. Of course it's fun. This is the best place to go. Remember, we're tearing down walls and building bridges. I always think about tearing down the bridges and building walls. That's what pigeon flyers do. Anyways, Mike, let me know. Call me privately and we can discuss how we're going to arrange this. Let me know when your next combine meeting is. I'm willing to come down. I'll set up the flyers, everything. Start a whole thing up. And we can do a combine fundraiser for you guys at Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions to help all of your members be able to put one bird in. As I say, guys, inch by inch, brick by brick, mile by mile, and hell. Harp and Dab, our two friends tonight. Congratulations to the winners. I'm Ryan from the Pioneer. Thanks for all your comments, supports, and likes. How many birds are on a team when we enter? Well, you're going to have to wait till we put that flyer out. Thanks for flying with us, guys. Cheers. And Mike, 401.